Welcome there, traveler. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Previously, the gang, having returned the bones of St. Andrew from the coffin maker Henrik, set upon a most unusual man making toys with the likeness of Irina, a young woman being targeted by Strahd. Our heroes, having interrogated and pressured him, found out that he was not an evil man, just a sad clown.
Sorry.
He did point them towards the captain of the guard, Izek, who had been commissioning these dolls from him. Our brave heroes created a cunning plan to take out the captain, believing him to be in league with Strahd. This too turned out to be false, and he has only ever seen her in his dreams, and believing her to be family. Rather than wanting her for nefarious purposes, he wanted to reunite with her. Our heroes then continued on to do this, and then proceeded on outside the village, only to be caught up in some frontier justice. Having solved that in a matter of minutes, they then proceeded to their ultimate goal of finding someone that can help them defeat Strahd. Will our heroes ever actually find anything? Will the elves turn out to be a bag of dicks? Will Dave get some more bacon? Find out this week on Sunday Sessions.
Dun dun.
Oh, well done.
I love that. And they solved this in a matter of minutes. It was literally, we just walked over and went, "You did this thing, come with us. There you go. Done."
Oh boy, that is a summary.
Yeah.
That is a successful summary.
I'm going to be putting more work into doing the summaries in more time.
I love it. All right.
Look, I might just skip this one then. I feel like I'm going to ruin the summary next time if I play through this.
Why?
I'm just gonna tab out and I'll come back and you do that again.
Why?
Okay.
It's better when we have a wizard that just goes, "Oh, I'll just go talk to the brother."
Yeah.
We need some of that YU magic.
Oh.
I was really hoping the captain of the guard was evil, but no.
He had an evil hand.
He did.
He still does.
Yeah.
There's still time. He can be two things. He can be a brother and a mother.
True.
Fucker.
And she has gone most of her life believing this other guy was her brother, so we can just make sure that continues.
For all intents and purposes.
Why do I feel that was really ominous?
Because it's something he said.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, he still is her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are heading down the hill away from Valaki, being led by the two Vistani gents, which I believe I gave you the names.
Oh yeah, and they were the slightly evil Vistani, or like they were a different group of Vistani.
They're a different group of Vistani from which you got the
And they were dicks,
original.
weren't they?
It's the thing where you can't you specifically can't refer to people as those evil guys, because that's literally everybody. You refer to literally every person we've encountered as evil.
Except for the angel.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Literally, an angel is like, yeah, I guess. He seems like an alright dude.
I was actually fairly dubious of the angel.
Right?
Yeah.
Just because he was creating an evil bunch of like
Again,
creatures.
you're referring to people as evil. You don't need to do that. We take it as granted that you're considering every single person save the angel as evil.
So far, you guys have seemed okay.
Excuse me?
You've also...
Well, actually, yeah, good point. I only thought about that after I said it. Like, no, actually,
You
yeah,
might
no,
just
yeah.
not be very good at this.
Like, I think you've done. No, you haven't done more good than. Yeah, I don't know.
We haven't really done any good. We're more just like getting shit.
Yeah,
We've
we're
done
kind of
more
just
stuff
bubbling
than
around.
not stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The last session we sort of did good things.
Actually, yeah, we genuinely did 3 good things. We stopped a clown from getting his place burnt down.
We threatened the clown.
Yeah, we threatened him with burning down his place. So.
You accuse a clown, threaten a clown, then
Tried to steal a monkey.
yeah.
These are all good things.
Then we reunited a brother and a sister.
Yep.
That is like genuinely morally good thing to do unless they hate
We tried
each
to get them to have sex first. And then when I tried to get them to have sex first. Then when that fell through, like, be brother and sister then. Fine. There's different kinds of love, I suppose.
Fine, you don't get to be on Pornhub.
Aww. Aww. Yes.
And then we we brought justice to a guy that killed a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that guy.
So yeah, the two Vistani gents, which I've got the names now of Luvash and Aragal, are leading you down the hill. They are sort of
Those are made up names. Like, what are you guys' names? I'm Lavash. And this is my friend Aragal. Aragal.
yeah. Again,
They're
because
real names
there's
of
other
the
names in this thing which are clearly made up, like Maud and.
It's a family name!
Yeah, we established there's like an and an O for each successive generation.
Yeah,
I was
they
just
come
thinking
from a
about
family
just before
service.
this.
Okay, so yeah, those two gents are leading you down the hill and as you sort of peek over the edge of the hill, you can see their more permanent encampment, sort of stretched out in a valley that is bordered upon by a heavy woodland area. As you guys all approach the camp, you can sort of see there's a gathering within the sort of the central area, and there's some sort of downturned heads, and you can see laid out on a table in the middle is a smaller form that was and there's like a hessian sack sort of cut away from, and laid out inside is sort of the bluish tinge of a young girl.
So we're kicking off with the dead kid then.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we finished up with punishing someone for the dead kid.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
we'd already
just-
left the town.
No, you're heading into the Vistani camp. This was
They've like brought the kid
Oh,
back
they pulled
and
the
they're
kid
like
back. Okay,
laying
sorry.
it out for.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah, I know what's happening. Yeah.
most of the members of the camp are sort of standing in a circle around, and there's this one woman that's sort of like covering the body, sort of hugging at the body and with her head pressed against the table, and you can hear like loud sobbing.
I assume they have their own like priest or someone to do last rites and stuff.
You can assume that.
Because I can do that kind of thing.
Well, no matter what religion these guys follow as well. You can offer.
What kind of gypsy religion do these ones follow?
I mean, I assume
Sounded
if I
so
was to do
hateful when you said
if I was to do a Mars ceremony, you'd be mostly screaming. But I can offer to do something for them, I guess.
We're Episcopalians.
Really?
You sort of offer this to the two brothers, and he's like, "We've got our own thing. Appreciate it. You guys have done it."
I hope it too is mostly screaming.
There's a bit of wine drinking. It's sad, but there's also a celebration of life at the same time.
It's
A
similar
bit
to
of wine
ours.
drinking,
We celebrate death to our enemies, but yeah.
But you guys were chasing the Dusk Elves, yes?
Dusk Elves.
Dusk Elves.
Oh, I thought you said Dusk Girls, and I'm like, what the hell are they?
Yeah, I'm like right into it. Like, yes, we are.
We are now.
We didn't know that we were.
You'll find their I'll call it a town, but there's not much of it. A little bit further down the hill, just on the edge of the forest.
Excellent.
We should probably proceed on, boys.
There was mention that they've run afoul of Strahd and have paid the price for it. How skittish are they going to be around people just showing up uninvited? Is there any sort of, friendly sign or, like a nice thing we can bring them? We'd rather not have to kill people today.
Would they like a nice cake?
They tend to keep to themselves. They
That would tickle me.
I'm laughing because you're laughing.
Yes, they would. Well, then I will bake a cake.
Would they like a nice cake? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So would I.
I don't know why I asked.
I may need to spend some time just to get the icing quite right.
Does anyone know how to make a cake? Now that I have offered, I feel beholden. Sorry.
I think they would rather vanilla cream or chocolate.
How many candles do you think we need to put on the cake for these elves?
Do that.
I imagine it is going to be an astronomical number.
Why? A fire hazard.
Okay, next game, we all just make Southern dandies as our characters.
No,
This is ridiculously fun. It shouldn't be, but it is. A bunch of Aussie guys sitting around a table trying to do Southern American gentlemen.
I do declare.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, there you go. You let into it. You got there in the end. Okay, but
Nice chocolate bourbon cake.
there we go. We're back to the cake. Awesome.
Rin is like, if we want to get into the good graces of these simple folk of elves, perhaps some flowers or some of that nonsense would please them.
Rin, would you happen to know where we could get some flowers in the area? You are an elf.
Awesome nonsense.
We have covered this earlier. Please do not refer to me as an elf. I will not ask again.
Can I roll insight on that? See if it's a genuine threat or if he's just going, I'm not going to talk about it any further?
That was a genuine threat. There is no need for you to use your insight into this.
You could roll a 1 and probably feel the venom.
I think that's not a bad idea. We'll scout around and put together a nice
Fruit
Okay.
basket.
Yeah, fruit basket. Yeah.
Sure.
Being neighbourly.
Rin, would you know if these country bumpkins would prefer a living plant or a dead plant?
Probably really sophisticated, and we're just like referring to them as country bumpkins.
That's how he views them. So
Yeah, and I'm just running with that because they probably are going to be super sophisticated, but Rin is still like, yeah, okay.
We all speak Elvish, don't we?
yeah,
Yeah, I believe you do.
Yeah. We could be secretly communicating in code.
It's a language. It's a full
I'm
language.
honestly
so other
surprised
people.
my guy had enough intelligence to learn a second language.
it's not bad.
Sorry, a third language, because he knows Common and Draconic as well.
What do you mean another language? Like enough intelligence?
I'm really Ulrich's really dumb, and he's got like Celestial, Common, and Elvish.
Yeah, but Celestial's just singing in Latin.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
I thought it was making dinging noises with a little bell, like
Ominous Latin chanting. Oh my lord. Okay.
that was high.
There you go up there. If you want to put together the gift basket, this is going survival to
If you get to with that tone of voice, then maybe we won't. If you want to do the idiotic thing to waste fucking time.
If you guys want to do some dumb shit that I'm going to make fun of later, then go ahead.
Well, I was just trying to get us back on track of this slightly off track bit of the game that we're doing.
That was the entirety of last session.
Yeah.
Off track.
What's my background stuff? I know I've got.
I rolled a 17.
17. What sort of thing are you looking for?
Wait, was this on the inside
Pretty
roll or the
flowers.
survival
Pretty
roll?
flowers?
Okay.
Yes.
You got the herbalism thing as well, so you know a pretty flower from a useful flower as well.
Oh, I can get my proficiency bonus in as well. Sweet. So then that'll be a 20.
23.
23.
God damn! Fucking wizards.
Well, as my wanderer feature, I can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Fucking fruit basket, right?
Fruit basket.
Yeah, just straight up, you sort of get together this bundle, this a loose pile of various flora, You managed to pick up a good collection of berries and like edible mushrooms and the like, and so you got this cornucopia.
I was just going to say, is it a cornucopia?
It is a
It's
cornucopia.
There we go.
If they're doing, I'm just going to find somewhere under the shade and just go to sleep standing up in my armor.
It's like bored now.
We've made a little welcome fruit basket to give them as a gift, an introduction gift.
Guys, we were really good at that. Should we just? I mean,
We should just start a business.
Should we just? We'll stand and.
Yeah, who cares about prophecies?
We've got prophets.
We'll send one.
Boo.
Yeah,
Boo.
that was
We'll send one to Strahd, and maybe he'll just be our friends after that.
Actually, very nice fruit basket.
Maybe that's how we'll.
It's just an
Maybe that's all
entirely
he
garlic arrangement.
Maybe that's all he needed was just a nice fruit basket from someone.
just needed a friend.
Have the Snickers as well.
Turns out garlic is his weakness because he loves it. It's just so much.
Okay, so putting together this little gift basket. You've spent probably about an hour doing this. I'm fine with it. This is great.
Good use of time.
It was great. Heading further down towards the base of the valley, the next hillside starts to loom up in front of you, fairly heavily wooded, and then in the base of the hills, you can see you've built into some of the larger trunks of trees, and then into some of the actual mountainside. There are like huts and sort of hovels built into the hillside. Very different design to the rest of the townships you've been into so far. It is very much sort of more in sync with the natural surroundings.
And Sink is here too. Ugh.
One of them.
Out.
One of them has like 2-minute noodle hair.
We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. This joke doesn't have to happen. We could just move on. Please.
Also, that was the Backstreet Boys, but.
I didn't know that.
Do
Why
you?
would I have known that?
Apparently you do now.
I didn't have to know that.
This joke doesn't have to happen. Is what I'm saying. We can stop.
Not like this.
Not like this.
This is how you die.
I beg of you.
Surrounded by puns.
Oh god, this is the worst. Okay.
Rustic.
Before we get into the village,
Yes.
Oleg's just gonna like shapeshift to look more like an elf.
Okay.
And present the fruit basket a bit nicer.
So you look like an elf now?
Just like generic McElfo.
What sort of variety? Drow, wood, high.
Definitely go with Drow. I think that will go very well.
I'm gonna say high elf.
High elf.
Yeah, like generic elf is high elf, so yeah.
Now you see the racism coming out from.
If you'd aimed in the more Eladrin area, I may have had some words to say about it. But it's like, yes, I believe they will be fooled by your new disguise. This will go well.
Whatever do you mean? This is a standard elf form.
Okay. Just gonna have to deal with that new accent.
No one else say anything for the rest of the session. You're doing all of the talking now.
I'm just picturing you pull out some little like fake pointed ears and just like sticky tape them onto the side of Dave.
This is my young son, David.
David, no.
Oh, David. David, no.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hearing me.
So,
Alright, does anyone have a plan of attack here?
I thought we
Oh,
were
if
going
we're
to
attacking the place, then okay.
He's
Wait,
got some ideas.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase for the more literally inclined of us. Does anyone have a good idea as to how to approach these people, or are we just gonna like walk in and give them a fruit basket? Which I am all for. Just thought I would check before we do it.
I can take the lead if you want.
I would prefer you didn't.
I think the best way to handle this situation is to try and get on these backwards elves' good sides, thus the fruit basket, and then they can direct us to the temple that we are seeking.
I love if we find out the way Strahd got back at them was by starting with a fruit basket.
Look, I'm willing to bet cash money right now that is not what it says in the module that the Wizards of the Coast put out.
That said, Ryan doesn't have to follow the module.
This is
completely.
true, yeah, and that's why I stipulated. Ryan can do whatever he wants. I'm pretty sure the makers of Dungeons and Dragons did not write Fruit Basket in their Curse of Strahd module.
Maybe don't back that 100% because, like, on a fluke, if it turns out, you're going to be real embarrassed.
How much cash money you willing to bet?
I got 5 cents. As you approach closer to the camp, you see a couple of grey cloaked figures on the outskirts, and they're sort of watching your approach.
Nalai puts his hand up. Well, hello, friends.
There is no need for you to be in shock. Yes, it is true. One of the Eladrin wants to summon you, but please, it is okay.
Never mind this idiot.
Hold your applause until the end of the show.
I assume we're now.
I've been looking forward to rinsing some elves.
Are we now all speaking Elvish, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Presumably we're all talking in Elvish because, you know.
Which I imagine your accent on it would be quite exquisite. Yours is going to be a
Hilarious.
sort of a clusterfuck of multiple accents.
What? No.
You do so many different voices, and I imagine at some point the other accents sort of leak in.
His vocal cords are literally changed
true,
to be
true,
that
true.
of an elf. This
Why
isn't a
use
disguise.
Elven accent might be somewhat.
Bookish, really? It
I
would
would say
be.
bookish, or probably like more like another Plains accent.
It would definitely be off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would do the thing where like sometimes you've only read a word in a book and you go to say it out loud, and someone's like, "That's not how that word's pronounced."
What's chaos?
I'm imagining Ulrich's Elvish accent is just broken and
it would just be very like a lot of because I've still got a dragon mouth and a I assumed a forked tongue or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so it'd be a lot
You
of
create this narrative.
Yeah.
we're not here to yuck anybody's yums.
But I imagine there's a lot of sort of broken sentences, you know. But yeah, these couple that are sort of milling around, keeping an eye on you. So as soon as you start sort of greeting them, and then greeting them in Elvish as well, which they both of them sort of drop the hoods of their cloaks and
trolls.
and yeah,
They are just tentacles. They are just a mass of tentacles.
Dave pops an eye out.
greetings, friend. I've got his voice wrong as well.
Hey, buddy.
But yeah, they reveal the sort of the angular features of elves and long black flowing hair.
No, there is no need for you to bow down. Please, just take us into your village.
Please ignore him. He doesn't really know the common customs of elves. He's one of the Eladrin.
Silence, fool!
They do address Rin directly as like, Master Eladrin. What do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
We are on a quest here to rid this land of evil, and we would require access to a temple that we understand is in your people's possession. If you could direct us there as soon as you could.
Partway through that sentence, they're like, shh, please, keep your voice down.
Very well.
His spies are around all. Please follow us. We'll take you to Casimir.
One moment. And I gesture to now like.
I'm sorry, is there something you wanted me to do, Rin?
The gift.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, just that you were so much higher in standing than me. I thought you were going to deliver it yourself.
No, that is fair. I do not begrudge you for misunderstanding the situation. It is only natural for your kind. But please, now would be the time for you to deliver the fruit basket that we have presented.
It's probably a really good idea.
I think this is going to get worse before it gets better.
No, I can't over the fruit basket. With a lot of flair and,
They're like looking at this and like, maybe give this to Casimir. He's the leader of us.
Oh, we got a couple. It's fine. We did like real well. So what? You have that one.
It was like,
So yeah,
thank you. And they're looking at it like this. Yeah, again, like the.
there's an iPod Touch in there.
Sorry,
There's an iPod Touch in there.
a Zoom.
We didn't roll that well.
There's a little booklet of cinema cash in there. You maybe go catch a movie.
But they're sort of like, a couple of them picking out, pulling a couple of those like blueberries out and like, haven't had these in so long.
How much did you drug?
50%. No,
But they start pointing you towards probably the larger of the buildings that are down the valley, and it's like, please just talk to Casimir.
There is a small potion flask in there with some of the cocaine whiskey.
Oh, God damn it. Can you at least put it down the bottom so like they get to that last when we've left?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, all right. That's not better. Oh God, the bar is that low. Casimir, I take it, is the leader of your people.
Yes.
Said that.
There's no harm in repeating.
This is a guy that's learned how to speak Elvish from a book.
Yeah.
Leader, that's like the fattest of your people. You gotta talk a bit slower.
Don't mind him. He's not really from around here.
Super nice.
Wow.
that is super accurate. Maybe you could be more accurate. But yeah, leading down the rest of the hill, you see the larger of the huts. We're going to go with huts. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. It's got a couple of small torches either side of the door, lighting the door up because the forest is sort of beginning to loom over the top, and sort of casting fairly solid darkness around most of the way through here.
What time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon, I think, at this point.
Ah, so like 3.
Yeah, thereabouts.
We've done a lot today, and it's only 3 o'clock.
Big day.
Well,
We're adventurers.
ultimately, you got up in the morning.
Kill vampires before breakfast.
I think it was evening last time. Before supper.
That's before breakfast.
That is technically before. Yeah,
It was nighttime.
Yeah, it was actually near midnight.
It was
Shut up,
It was,
Brian.
it was past midnight, so it was before
Yeah,
breakfast.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, yep.
I wasn't just saying something dumb.
I followed up with something dumb. That counts.
So Castamere, tell us about Castamere. Stop stalling. Jesus, Ryan.
Casimir.
I think
Castamir is impinging on some other IP.
Yeah, that's from Game of Thrones. For those of you at home, Trevor is now wearing a wizard hat.
Oh, Trevor's rocking
Kind of like a
wizard
wizard
hat.
beanie,
Fuck
really.
yeah!
Like,
Fuck yeah! All right. For my first trick.
I would
Also,
kind
it's
of
an empty beer can into a full beer can.
It's like if they made a wizard hat a beanie. Like out of
Yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, man, I'm crushing this shit. What else can I do?
As you approach towards the door opens up in front of you, and you're presented with the leader of the Dusk Elves. Casimir sort of has basically seen you guys coming down the hill and quite easily get past the guards with a friendly conversation and a gift. He's like,
And he's coveting the next fruit basket that he sees.
but he nods at you. He's like, what do I have the pleasure of a visit?
Are we outside or inside?
You're sort of at the doorway.
We've come looking for assistance. Would it be okay if we spoke inside?
Of course.
Thank you.
He waves you inside, and the inside is relatively well decorated. There's on the far side there's a tapestry of a forest. There's a couple of wooden statues of elven deities in little cubby holes around along the walls.
No, little cubby holes.
Sorry,
Little cubby holes.
yeah. And he moves you sort of through that room into the next room, which looks more like a sort of like a dining area, and motions for you to take seats around and sort of busies himself at a stove, just cooking up a pot of tea.
Master Rin?
So is it just us and him in the room?
Thank you for your hospitality. We are in search of this land on a trail of destiny, trying to rid this land of Strahd. And
At the mention of Strahd, you hear like the one of the
thunder crack.
Well, no, you hear him like he was just beginning to sort of like pour one of the from the metal teapot, and you hear it sort of hit the stove top again. It's like, that's not a name I like to hear around here. What is?
Well, hopefully, if we are successful, you will not have to hear that name again.
That could be something I could be amenable to. Yeah, why did I pick a word that I struggle with? It's something.
Amenable. Amenable.
Cool.
Amenable.
He picks the teapot, the kettle back up, and then comes around and like places a cup down in front of you and pours one for Rin first, and pushes it forward, and then along to Narlag in your elf form,
Oh wow! Oh,
I
see how it goes.
and then serves the
A
two
little,
of you.
little bit like that, huh? Okay.
But then sort of like bows a little politely, and then puts the kettle back to the stove.
When he turns back around again, why he's got elf ears? I'm gonna get served in this fucking place.
But it's-
Well, I'm sure you
What else
understand as a
respected
filthy
dragons?
half-breed.
the
Ouch.
yeah. So what? Why would you be here? What could our sorry lot?
We received a prophecy from a local fortune teller. I'm not sure if you know her, Madame Ava.
I'm afraid I don't.
She's a very lovely lady. She works with the Vistani.
Oh,
She informed us that there's a set of amber
hold
doors.
on a second. Master Rin, you were going to say something?
This one does speak the truth of what we're searching for. There was
Your Eladrin accent seems to have slipped slightly there.
we recently encountered a figure we believe to actually be an angel of some description, who indicated that one of the omens that we have received was in your people's possession, specifically a set of amber doors.
And he's sort of taken aback slightly. He's like,
If that angel was deceiving us, please just let us know, and we will go back and murder this thing.
oh no,
We'd be quite happy to.
this angel you say. Well, I didn't know of an angel in the area. I'm surprised that they haven't like sorted out this problem just with a click of a finger. But
Right?
Yes, we
Right.
did. We did have some words to speak to the apparent angel on this matter, and they were not receptive.
They told us that their god hadn't informed them about it. I think they're just making excuses, to be honest.
But you're after the Abbot Temple.
I'm sorry.
right.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You're after the Abbot Temple. The Abbot Temple. I was not even aware that anyone else even knew that was that's well. Some people know about it.
Well, he's an angel, so you know.
Yeah, I can assume that's how he's established.
If that is the case, though, the very fact that it was revealed to us through this prophecy and omen is a good sign. Then.
Yeah,
So, and there won't be a line at the door or anything. So, you know.
true.
Is it the kind of situation where we need to get a stamp so we can come back in later?
And you have to be a certain height to get in.
Getting in
No shoes, mate.
getting in may be
He doesn't
part
wear
of the
shoes.
issue, though. Like, it is a temple of ours, but once our numbers were struck down so low,
Sorry, I'm just like, oh, and now the side quest lead in. Got
Okay.
it.
Brass tacks, like, what do we gotta kill? What's in there?
How many boar guts do we need to get to open this door?
was it's not a case of that. Once our numbers got down to the low level they are, we weren't able to maintain the temple anymore. And as far as I'm aware, it's been taken over by other powers.
Overrun, dark forces from within. Yeah, okay. That look.
Or
No,
even
don't be embarrassed. Don't be
Even
embarrassed.
worse, a lot of dust.
Yeah, that really.
I have
happens
allergies,
with
like-
temples.
Yeah.
You build a
You're-
temple thinking
you're
it's
a
going to like
7
add
foot tall
value to the
dragon,
house,
man.
but you never
Doesn't
wind
mean I
up
like
using
dust.
Just and once once that black mold gets into the walls, that's it. That's it for the whole thing. Just burn it down and start over.
Okay.
Black mold in the amber walls.
I love that Chemical Romance album.
But are you saying that you four are willing to go in there and retrieve whatever item you're after?
Willing is a very strong word.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
If there
Well,
is anything in there that can actually help us defeat Strahd, then we're all for it.
And I suppose if your tribe of elves needs outside assistance in restoring your honor, then we are going to be the people to do that.
And your women.
Restore the what?
Restoring your women.
I don't think you know how this works.
So, unless you're offering something very specific, we're not going to be able to restore their women. How many times can you cast polymorph?
You don't know that.
Turns out the Amber Temple is a cloning facility.
I went with brothel, so
You say that you say that comedy in a joke, but at that point he's like,
You're asexual, aren't you?
Yes.
oh,
Oh,
Yes, I
not
can-
for much longer.
I can have one or both.
A minute ago you were asexual, now you're asexual.
and he gets this sort of as you say the thing about bringing back the women or restoring the women, I think is the term you use, is like sort of like eyes go a little sort of glassy.
That was the wrong thing to say.
Oh, women.
In the gift basket.
I know this isn't a woman, but soon.
Here's a watermelon.
Would you mind at all if I follow along
Master of it?
To what?
to the Amber Temple? It's up in the mountains.
To accomplish what?
I mean, it's
Well,
all-
I would,
Perhaps as a guide and maybe
Yeah,
to
it's
assist
useful.
us in combat? Is that what you are proposing?
of
What,
course.
what kind of class are you?
well, I assume he's a janitor because, like, they were looking after the temple, weren't they? Like, they're all janitors, aren't they?
What does the temple have to do with your missing women?
They're locked away.
I think there may be something in there that I could use to at least bring back my sister.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Augustus.
And every other male elf in the village will get really happy.
Yeah, this is like a Smurf situation.
Really want to do that to your sister?
Yeah, I
But
assume
then every other.
Jesus.
this is
every
like Smurf.
other.
There's just one woman.
Oh my
It's
god,
like a
there was,
Smurf village.
there was
exactly.
Smurfette was the only one in the village.
Yep.
Oh god.
But she was made by Gargamel.
I'm gonna need you to pause that for a minute. I'm gonna need some time.
There were no female Smurfs. But, like, Gargamel made a female Smurf. How did he make
Oh.
a female Smurf?
Oh, and why?
And why would that have been any different than just a regular Smurf?
All of this is really coming apart, guys.
Because he made her to sow discord in the peaceful village. How fucked up is that?
Oh,
How
that
fucked
was-
up is that for a thing to show to children?
That literally was the reason, wasn't it?
yeah.
That was to. Oh, yeah, that was bitchy.
Yeah. We would appreciate a guide in.
But in answer to your question, I know my way about a few magics.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
This
maybe
isn't
watch
going to
yourself
be.
then, why?
Yeah, dude. If you're willing to tap into this fucking rigmarole, go right ahead. Tell you what, I'll be in charge of the elves, and you be the caster for this band of idiots. Fair trade. All right, drop the contract. Welcome to come along. We're going to need to know a lot more about what it is you are trying to achieve inside of that temple. We need to get something and get out. What is it you need to do?
I will black mold.
Drywall mostly, like just it's a bit of a fixer-upper.
That temple was originally for our people. When Strahd started to go bad, but before he became his current form of undead, that's when he brought his wrath upon us.
Okay, we're going to put a pin in that and circle back around to that in a minute because that's good information. Please carry on.
When we could no longer maintain the temple, as far as I understand, dark forces took over in there, and they are what assisted him in becoming what he is now.
Huh.
I
So
believe if
you
something
know Strahd's story then?
we've been around for a long time.
All right, you can probably give us fill in some knowledge gaps, I guess, on the way up.
Definitely do what I can. And I can answer what questions.
I like there being parallels, sort of.
Would you excuse us for a moment?
Oh, of course, and he steps off into the other room.
Do we want to give him the prophecies?
Are we speaking in a different language?
Sure. Pick one.
What languages does everyone speak?
I think the only other one you have in common is
Common.
Ah,
Which a lot of people speak.
including probably those elves.
That is literally why it's called that.
I can start speaking Celestial.
If only somebody could speak telepathically.
Oh right, yeah. Dwarvish.
Sure.
Dwarvish.
No. I do not disgrace myself with that guttural tongue. Like that, exactly.
I
Would
get
you
like
some kind of some herbs to chew on to heal that wound that you just inflicted upon yourself.
paper and quill, and we just all do this in writing. And the writing reads as such. There is a good chance, I believe, that some of the prophecies that we have relate to this temple. Possibly not just the sword, but the background and history of Strahd in general. It may be worth... I'm not sure how much I trust this guy, but I don't believe it's going to be betrayal in the sense of turning us out to Strahd. I think he just wants his fucking sister back for some reason. Should we tell him just the prophecies?
The people of this land seem to have an obsession with sisters, so yeah.
Oh my god! Now you mention it, it's like the third time this has come up.
While I am happy to help these poor, pathetic elves regain their lost honor and position in this land, I would imagine that if we were upfront about our prophecy being seeking out a pile of treasure within their temple, they may respond poorly to that revelation.
We can skip that one entirely because I think we already know which
We're not
way that
seeking
one's
a pile
coming
of treasure,
down.
though, are we?
The prophecy states we seek a sword of sunlight atop a pile of treasure.
Yeah, but it's the sword we want.
Dibs on some magic items.
But
I think
you
trying
want-
to convince someone that you don't want the pile of treasure, that may be
we just
like
want to
a
go
bit
to your pile of treasure and take like a bit of it and not the whole thing. It's not something that is going to get us into these this pious society's good graces.
But the rest of it, I think it may be of value to bring this guy into the specifics of.
But that was
prophecies.
really more my point. I was simultaneously like reminding Mitch that there's treasure involved and he might want to get some of that treasure. But I also like we probably don't want to be upfront about, hey, we just want your treasure.
Yeah. Like we've been like uncharacteristically
Polite.
Yeah,
but
polite
we should
and diplomatic
probably-
about not just sharing all the information
should
with this
probably
one guy.
mention the
'cause
sword.
We tend to just like whip this shit out up front.
That hat is
I think-
just really fucking working.
Thanks.
We don't have to mention the treasure, but we should probably mention the sword because we will need to know where it is.
Well, I
And
think
he
we
may know where it is.
I think we've already got as far as like he's agreed to like help us and be a guide through that. So like we're already on
But
track.
if we
to
tell him
get
we're after a
there.
sword that can kill Strahd,
But like, he knows we're after something that can help.
You guys are doing all this in written notes, are you? In notes?
Yeah, there's a lot of like
I'm
stressing
imagining
out
it,
like
like,
people's
huddled up.
writing and like writing of stuff and
Probably whispering. Probably whispering.
But this is the other thing.
that's me whispering, yeah.
As much as I do trust these individuals, we have a bad habit of revealing every piece of information we have to everybody we come across. And perhaps we should not do that at this particular juncture.
this one does seem to be going quite well without revealing everything.
And we haven't even given him the gift basket yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have. I thought we already gave people the gift basket.
That was the first people, isn't it?
Oh, do we actually have multiple gift baskets?
I think you partway through that you established you had a second gift basket somehow.
Okay.
he didn't agree to it. I just made it canon. We moved on.
Honestly, you roll well enough to get enough to make 2 small gift baskets rather than one
Each
nice
with a-
and elaborate.
I
like that
with a
you had to
small bottle
clarify
of
that.
Coke whiskey.
You're the worst.
What?
But yeah, if we were
How
to-
are you neutral?
Because I'm just doing it to make money. I get people addicted and I get money.
That's
No! That's not how any of this works!
I feel like this discussion has been had before, but I'm pretty sure that's evil.
So you're like the underpants gnomes. You're like getting addicted, profit.
Get addicted, sell more, profit.
I think we've established, I'm also like on board with just generally helping these guys out more so than I would be to some fucking humans. So
Yeah, but I want to make very clear that like him doing the thing that helps his sister is like real secondary to us getting the thing.
No,
reason
you
to
realise
help
he's
him out along the way.
probably thinking like necromancy though. I'm not on board with necromancy.
We'll burn that bridge down when we come to it.
Yeah, burning is a good suggestion.
Yeah, I'm not real keen on necromancy anyway. So, that's
Are
fine.
we whispering or writing?
Why shouldn't you communicating to us via telepathy?
No, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, we're just having a private conversation.
Yeah, and there are such things as not wholly evil necromancies. Like there's a spell that clerics can cast that stops people from rotting, which is a type of necromancy.
Resurrection
Is a necromantic spell.
Yeah, but that's a different
It's
thing.
still
That's from God.
necromancy. It's literally still necromancy.
You trying to
At a
convince
point
the
there, you hear
player
this,
or
yeah, sort of a
Yes, we can see you now. What would you like?
and he sort of bows in through the door, like he is giving you all the reverence of an Eladrin. Like he knows what you are. He knows.
Finally getting some respect.
yeah, that bullshit nonsense you've been pulling is actually working right now. So like, get your fill.
He's
Well,
like,
I'm just thinking, I should have been in the Eladrin as well.
Here's what disagrees on
You
that.
can be.
Yeah, I
you
can be,
could have
but-
shifted into one. You've got something to copy from.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I do it now, it's a bit late.
Yeah.
Also, if
Yeah,
you had done it earlier, you might have gotten a staff upside the head.
like no.
Bitch, don't even.
Well, I said I was turning to generic McElfo.
Okay.
Sharing card 1 and card 5.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Cool with that?
Was card 1 and card 5 is what sword and.
No, specifically not. Card 1 is the warrior. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy.
Oh, yeah.
That which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair. The one place to which he must return. Because that one just sounds like the castle. And 5, this is always what like rubbed me the wrong way. That sounds like the castle. And 5 is beast. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. The beast sits on a dark throne. That sounds like the castle as well. It always just struck me as odd that there was 2 that's like, go to the castle. That's where Strahd is. Like, okay. I mean, we knew that anyway. That's an odd one. So it wouldn't have surprised me if there is somewhere else, some other source of darkness and power to which he could be
Castle is
led.
also real big.
Well, yeah. There's a throne
Like,
room,
there's
and it's
also-
probably gonna like
they can
ping
be-
there.
Probably a bit magic.
There can be like Strahd's resting place in the castle and Strahd's throne in the castle.
Yeah.
It could be like on like
Strahd's laundry room in the castle. Strahd's man cave
In the castle.
in the castle.
There was a breakfast nook,
Castle on the
but then he
main.
knocked that wall out.
Just to bring more light and space into there.
Yeah, light and space.
Maybe not
yeah.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake from the get-go.
That's now just an abandoned wing.
It's more for property value.
Just looking, going, no, this was a bad idea.
I was watching the home renovation shows. I got carried away.
Those property brothers, my God.
flashback. I want to knock this out.
Oh fuck.
Just that's a preview, Ryan. I know you don't do voices, but when we get to Strahd, we need some Draculia.
We need some shitty Dracula voice. For the love of God.
This is not the time to be subtle.
There.
Blah. There we go. That's
there.
it.
You nailed it.
I'm there. It's 6 years' time when we finally get to Strahd Castle. I'll have it fucking
Yeah,
ready
we've
to
solved every other thing in this friggin' land.
go. You don't want to leave a single exclamation point anywhere. Even when
It's decades later, they've advanced through their industrial revolution.
You just walk up and shoot him with a garlic.
It's not like this shitty backstory we've established with Starter at that point. He's going to be real weird as well. He's just home renovating, garlic loving.
Sunbathing.
He's going to be riding around a little scooter, honking a horn. Come in!
I have been alone for so long.
To be honest, I may have got a bit weird.
Please, everybody, put on these badges. When you walk into a room, it will play your favorite songs.
Oh God.
So he's a tech bro hipster Strahd.
Yeah, alright, there's a little bit of Elon Musk in here as well.
I want to go to space.
Space vampires.
Oh, that's
Space!
Wasn't that Vampire in the Day? Wasn't that the plot of Vampire
Yeah,
in
no,
the
they
Day?
had a rocket ship.
Yeah, rocket ship that was like the castle, and they went
But
to...
wouldn't they just get to a certain point and then just be bathed in sunlight?
Mm.
And then like,
Or they could just go to the dark side of the moon and then just live there forever.
They'll go at night. I gotta be honest. The second half of me thinking about that was it was a joke. The first half was like, no, they could just go at night. Not proud of that one.
I mean, my orbital mechanics are a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure you could set up a geosynchronous orbit that kept you on the far side of the something.
There was a shitty sci-fi horror movie called Dracula 3000.
I don't doubt that for a moment.
Oh boy.
There was a whole period where there was just 3,000 tacked onto the end of every concept.
Oh boy.
There's been 3 Transylvania movies.
300, 3,000. What?
Alright, can we move on?
No, yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't know, we're just starting to break through into something.
We started doing the shitty movie podcast again.
Look, we already tried this once before, it didn't work.
I am so far off track, I don't even remember what I said last.
He was just coming back.
He was just going back in the room. We've stopped chatting amongst ourselves and established that we are going to ask some pointed questions about Strahd.
Yep.
Back to you.
And now Ryan with the response.
So what would you like to know?
What's he like really? What's he like in person? Is he nice? I hope he's nice.
What kind of chocolates does he like?
What's his deal?
Is he like Ryan Reynolds? Is he shorter in real life? It's got well off track again.
Instantly.
We didn't get one sentence. He's not good.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Then let's kill him.
I assume that you guys are already on this pathway because you've established that
Yeah, I
not
think
good.
No, I think between us, we're pretty much on board with the idea of killing him as much as possible. You're cool with that?
yes,
Oh,
we're
yes.
very on board.
Okay.
He took out all the women and children, including my sister, because she ran away from him.
Right. Okay. This was one of the bride things, like
Yes.
brides plural. What's that about?
He took her as
He's in
a bride.
A bride, not the bride. A bride.
A bride.
Right. Okay.
And when she escaped his grasp, his wrath came down upon us in the form of his army swung through and killed all the women, all the children, and then took her body back to the castle.
Ew.
She's gonna be a vampire.
So
Oh, I
that's-
hope she's a vampire. The other thing's worse.
What if that is the case? Why do you believe something in this Amber Temple will help you get her back?
Asking
He
the
sort of-
question.
He sighs slightly and sort of looks a little bit, sort of downturns his gaze a little bit and is like, her spirit still reaches out to me in my dreams.
We have noticed that there is a march of spirits over near the village of Barovia.
Well, I'm not sure if you've quite worked out the full scope of this place, but nothing gets away. Spirits cannot get away.
I did notice the Vistani can, but they're the rare exception.
The Vistani, many of them are sort of responsible for Strahd still being alive in the first place.
Beg your pardon?
Some ancestors of the Vistani saved his life when he was still mortal and young. That's why he seems to look upon them kindly. Some of them use that to their advantage, but don't call themselves a friend of Strahd. Other ones are much more on his side.
Now, do they have any recognizable tattoos to distinguish the good ones from the bad ones?
Just so I can just double check. Did you guys mention the prophecy from? You did mention the prophecy from Manameva, didn't you? The fact
We
you-
mentioned the Manameva.
I was being cagey about it, but
But
I think
it was mentioned. Wasn't
it was mentioned.
It
Yeah.
was-
Yeah,
I imagine
I mentioned
if-
that Manameva gave us a prophecy.
I imagine if one of the Vistanias set you on this path, those ones would definitely probably be on the side of fixing this place.
And everyone else?
Well, you can never really tell.
Fair enough.
I'd imagine her and her camp will probably be on a reliable side. Outside of that, I couldn't tell you.
So the guys with the made up names.
Mm.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Even these ones that is up the hill, I don't trust them.
Very well. We will go back and murder them later. Perhaps after we are done here. Good, we're in agreement. We should set out towards this embassy.
I
You didn't actually get the answer to your question yet.
What was my question?
But it's
Her,
just,
her spirit hasn't ascended to the higher planes yet, but you think that there is something in this temple that could return her spirit to her body?
Something that was in there has been used to make Strahd what he is. I imagine I can use something within there to return her back to life. Proper, true life.
So,
Strahd became what he is through the temple.
Something, when they were at that place, when our tribe was reduced, something took over that temple and corrupted it. And since then, Strahd, before when he was still mortal, something in there created him into what he is now.
it is very important that we examine this temple, I believe.
And possibly not just in get the thing, get out fashion.
Yeah.
I'd also be a little bit worried because if something made Strahd in this temple, it's probably going to be a tough temple.
The hike up there will also be kind of tough as well.
Oh my god, just getting there is going to be a thing? Oh
I
my god,
recommend
we are
using-
not ready for this.
I recommend
Leveling up.
getting warm, dressing warm, because it's up there in the mountains in the full snow.
Alright.
I'm actually kind of wondering if we should maybe level up a couple times.
We'll be fine.
Or we'll die and then get a new character. All right, again.
History suggests we won't be. Whatever, man, rock and roll.
I mean, this party's be pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Just like we get to the temple, like there's 3 runes carved above the door. We translate them into common, and it's TPK.
What does it stand for?
What does it mean?
What is this bizarre language?
Means death.
This is an ill omen.
But as soon as you are ready to proceed on, I am ready to go.
Have you any sheep here or any wool I might be able to borrow?
Oh,
He's going to slaughter sheep till you level up.
We would
Kill boars for 3 months straight.
we would gladly accept your hospitality and perhaps stay here for the night and head out in the morning,
that's a good
and maybe get a long rest in.
Do we need one?
No.
You're the one that's saying we did so much shit today.
Oh no, I'm just. It was more, yeah, we have, but we haven't really done anything.
But also
that's
setting
used-
out-
Man,
in the
I'm
morning
a
is a
spellcaster.
good-
Oh, yeah,
I want a
yeah.
long rest all the time.
Actually, yeah, if we're going to a place that's probably going to kill us, being there like during the day is probably better.
Also,
well
like,
rested for our killing.
everything else aside, this is the first place that Rin is even vaguely comfortable in. So he's like, yeah, no, he wants to stay here for like a night instead of squatting in a dank human settlement or some
It
shit.
all smells of pigs and
All
dairy and
smells of
milk.
just like spoiled cheese and feces and
Smells like humans.
Humans do have a stink to them.
Mm. Sorry, I should put the deodorant on. If you guys want to spend a little bit of time, obviously before night, to sort of prep,
like winter gear and that sort of
essentially,
shit.
yeah, you're going up into the Alpines.
Rin might actually put something on his feet.
Might actually put some pants on, since we've now made the Donald Duck and cannon.
Oh god. But yeah, if we can get like furs or whatever, just to make it make sense to go through the.
I pad out my armor.
I mean,
Yeah,
not,
it's got leather on the inside of the armor, so it doesn't stick to your skin. Well, scales.
Scales.
Well, it shouldn't be part draconic. I would not like the cold even more.
Unless you're like a cold dragon.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, no,
blue
I'm
type.
like-
You're a-
Yeah. Yeah, Nalak has furs. He doesn't have anything for Dave though, which is why I was asking about the fur. So we'll.
So I'm imagining this thing
Like
with
a
beanie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cover Dave in like
a
wool.
big
Yeah.
beanie.
Yeah, basically a big beanie.
Just like two little lambs just strapped.
Well, we've already
There you
established
go,
you've got
jump
an
on.
oilcloth which used to have the staff in it. You could fashion them basically like a dryzer bonus out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now on top of everything else, Dave is wearing a duster.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, like you know, he's
It's like a private eye now.
I like it.
Private.
so many
private-
levels.
Private eyes.
I'm kind of surprised that one hasn't been done before.
Oh, there's
Yes.
so many levels to that. I love it. But no, like, yeah.
You could okay, because you've got essentially like 3 or 4 hours before night falls,
And then the whole night.
and then you got the whole night. So you've got time to you can knock together and like roughly stitch a duster.
Or like,
Or-
I kind of want to make him like just float in the air and look kind of like a cloud.
Oh, that might be a little bit more of a struggle because I don't think at this entire time you've noticed any sheep around.
Yeah, there is a bunch of elves who don't have any women around. So
Oh.
I mean, like
Surely
Baroque
that means there will
overall.
be more sheep.
To begin with, but eventually, like the sheep go away.
yeah.
You know what? I don't have to put up with this.
Gross.
Everything about this is gross. Yeah.
Yeah, alright,
let
so-
me know what you guys are doing for the next few hours. As far as it goes for prepping and how you-
Using the deference that people are giving him to just take as much as they're willing to give.
Yeah.
What do they got? I am like lifting up these elves by the boots and just shaking them till shit falls out.
I'm imagining Rin is like gathered together a group of them and is like leading in like a Tai Chi session.
I know I gave either Ulrich or Rin a healing potion. I think I gave
I think it was
Ulrich.
Ulrich.
Yeah. And I've got a healing potion. So I'm going to search for more healing herbs and then make another one for the other two.
I did not write that down.
Okay. That's
I'm probably just
herbalism, yeah.
Sit around praying.
Is that a good?
That's
You
a one.
get cloves in your eyes.
That was a natural one.
Okay.
You get too happy when that happens.
One's are great, I love ones.
Well, like we had.
So you're going through and you're like picking through and you're finding there's some herbs involved, there's some mushrooms involved, and you're doing the whole Skyrim thing where you're like tasting them to make sure they're the right
And
thing.
then you fall into some poison ivy.
I'm going to hallucinate, aren't I?
No, because it's not gonna be that bad. You taste of one of these mushrooms and like sort of go, that one's a bit. I don't think that's quite the right one. And
Muy picante.
and about an hour later, you start feeling quite queasy. Your little colour starts to run out of your face. You start feeling like you're struggling to maintain your current form. Like you sweat like this
Run
cold,
back to the cart as quickly as
this
possible.
cold sweat, and yeah,
Next
as
thing
you
know,
are.
it's tomorrow morning.
Make it to the cart and roll me a Constitution save.
That is a 13
13.
because I'm decent at them.
Okay, you get to the back of the cart and vomit violently at the sort of the back wheel.
Am I maintaining my form?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, because if I'm not maintaining my form, I'm going to have to take my gloves off for that.
He's like, hurt. It's not good. But yeah, you're feeling a bit queasy and probably ready for bed.
Gotta go lie down.
What's everyone else doing? As far as they're trying to gear up for winter weather.
I'm just going to pad out my armor, then start praying.
What are you doing? Is it like, I assume you're one of those sort of rocks the Roman legionary cloak. So sort of just like stuffing that on the inside.
Like I would have some preparation. Yeah, like I've got some preparation for cold weather.
I'm imagining Rin's thing is probably more focused on like wraps for his feet and that sort of thing. I don't know how like canon it is, but like I'm picturing like the internal chi thing is more about regulating temperature and that sort of thing. So it's like, how are you not freezing a lot of the time with him? But yeah. Also, just like not standing in snow is probably a thing where he'll make a concession towards.
Double check if there are
Or
any
just stand on
spells.
top of the snow.
Like, just
Like
padding up for winter.
Yeah, pretty much pointing to the nearest elf and saying, at the command of your leader, you're to give us anything that we need. Give me your winter clothing.
That's gonna be a roll persuasion.
I mean, okay. Like, if it fails, I'm just gonna like go and get Lyra and go, this guy's being a shit. Tell him. That is a 16. Plus, I think probably nothing.
I believe that's a reasonable
Maybe
base.
spells that deal with cold.
Yeah, and that isn't something that. So that is persuasion.
Yeah.
And I got a 16, so that is a 15.
15. This guard, it's basically got the cloak set up there. It's similar to the guys that you met when you first came into the town. He's like, this is my cloak, but
That's fine. It will still be your cloak. It just won't be on you.
I need your pants, your boots, and your jacket.
give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
And you see him sort of jog off, and then sort of comes back over, and he's got this smaller cloak, and he's like, "This was my wife's."
Oh God. Oh God.
The button's on the wrong side.
React to that.
What does that even mean?
I mean, answer the question. Blouses, men's shirts, and women's blouses. The buttons are on different sides.
Ah. I didn't know that.
It's got a like clasp up that nerve towards the neck, and then you sort of wrap around yourself. It's a traveling cloak.
Oh, that's
Like, but it's a little bit shorter. It might be a little bit tight around your midriff, but it's
Wow. Okay. Message received.
You are the pudgy wizard.
Wow. Message received.
basically it's like, if you can return this to me when you get back,
If I come back, it will come back.
thank you very much. And then hands it over, sort of like hesitantly, but hands it over.
But you're not giving that.
You
back.
immediately
You like tie a knot in it around you.
That's nice. That smells like it.
Oh no!
You are a horrible, horrible man.
I set this platter, and he's just digging into it. So
You did.
He could
Both
have.
of you are.
He could have given me his. Wouldn't have been a problem.
See, aid, the first sentence is, your spell bolsters allies with toughness and resolve. So we could just use that and you'd be fine. Like, brave through the cold.
okay,
Toughen up, pussies. The spell.
Casimir offers you
Jump.
like an evening supper. It is well, some of it is some of the gift basket that you guys provided is some diced fruits and everything off to the side.
If there's any, what was it, whiskey, I avoid it.
Coke whiskey.
Yeah, Coke whiskey.
I think at this point, there's only like honeydew that's left.
Oh, I need you.
Everyone's eaten everything else. It's just like the melons at the bottom. Like the, okay, fine.
But he's also got some like elven breads and
Lembas.
Thank you, Legolas.
and yeah, so it's some like broth, some bread, and some fruits and bits and pieces from the basket. And yeah, if you require a place to sleep, he's offering a couple of spare rooms within the hovel.
You might be giving yourself away by actually sleeping and not doing like the elf thing of
No, Alex just in his.
vomiting horrendously.
Yeah, like he's like going there, having dinner, going back to his couch. Go. I'm not feeling very well. I think I'll rest in my cart. Thank you.
I have elf disease.
I have elf AIDS.
Oh.
Everyone has AIDS.
Okay. Morning breaks. Give me another Constitution save.
Oh God, why?
If you do it near me, like within 10 feet of me, you'll have an extra 3.
Yeah, but like, Nai doesn't know that as a character.
You
Natural 20.
You rolled
There
a
we
natural
go.
20.
There we go.
Plus 5.
You're sort of getting up here feeling like we really could do with some breakfast. You got that real hunger pangs going on.
It was like cathartic. You got all that out. You feel
sweat,
real
you've
good.
sweated and vomited everything out, and you're fine now.
It was like
Couple
it
of
was
kilos
like, it was
lighter.
it was a detox. It was a cleanse.
Yeah.
I'm no longer addicted to all the stuff I haven't been taking. Don't use your own product. Rule 1 of drug dealing.
There you go, kids. Rule number 1. Rule number 2 is don't deal drugs.
I feel that's not.
Rule
really
number
what
3
the
is,
dealer
hey,
does.
let's talk about something else.
But yeah, you feel like you touch your hand to your forehead and it's still like a little bit like slick with sweat, but you're feeling a lot better than you were.
I'm imagining you rubbing your forehead, and your forehead sort of like smears across.
And it's like again. The rest of you are sort of Casimir's sort of already been up for about an hour or so, and has got a pack set for himself and a basic breakfast laid out for all of you. Again, it's just more bread and broth because that's what he had.
Such a basic breakfast.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Actually, that's pretty much what he would eat like all the time.
But yeah, he's like, we should get going soon because it's much easier to deal with the snow and the cold during the middle of the day than when the sun goes down.
And we did not have a combat in the last session, so the sooner we are on the road, the sooner we can fight something that is going to attack us on the road.
Well, this is where we can roll a random encounter dice.
True, we can do some of that.
I'm assuming we're not taking the car. Or not able to take the car.
He sort of looks at as you're stepping outside and you're sort of standing next to the cart and you're like,
What's this pile of
Ah?
next to the...
No, I'm not like this is me asking if it's a good idea or not.
Are you willing to leave your cart?
Yeah.
Wow.
he sort of looks at it and
What
is
about all
like,
the heroin and stuff?
That's hidden away in it. Like you have to look for it really hard.
that's not going to make it up the path. So you're more than welcome
Like,
to.
just goes inside, just give me a minute. It's like shelving a lot of stuff up his butt. So, yep, no, good to go.
Just make room for him.
Just make the butt bigger.
Oh yeah, because you could probably
You
do
could
that.
probably do that.
Why hadn't I not thought of that?
The ultimate
Oh.
drug mule.
Reasons you didn't.
A lot of good reasons why I didn't think about
He's
just
like a
making-
bag
making
of
the butt
holding.
bigger. Oh my god.
No,
No,
Booty, no.
I still think there's a finite limit.
no.
The booty of
If the
the
changeling ate a bag of
Did you get high?
Yeah, we
What
need,
just happened there?
we need to test this now. You need to eat a bag of holding.
I think we need to get a bag of holding first.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, that's a good point. Hey, Casimir, you got a bag of holding?
Go to that guy. He's like, just go to the guy who gave you that jumper and be like, yeah, give me a bag of holding.
hey, dude, come here.
Yeah, where's your wife's bag of holding?
Where's my bag of holding? It smells like her.
It's embroidered with "My love will be with you forever."
You're gonna take that.
You guys are the worst. Like straight up the worst.
What are you talking about?
Well, he's been pretty nice up to now. You put him in an elf village, and all of a sudden he's like, "Fuck these guys."
Fuck these guys in particular.
Well, honestly, the rest of the time he's been surrounded by humans and he's a little bit more in his element.
Is that it?
Just
Am I
racist.
racist? Yeah, okay. I can roll with that.
But yeah. Casimir, sorry. Basically, signals over to a couple of the town guards and directs them to park the cart up safely. And one of them just sort of like brushes the nose of the horse and then sort of leads it along, and which. No, you know that horse doesn't normally sort of follow along for most people, but these. That's
Well,
what these ones
there's two of them.
Yeah,
Because
so.
horses working together are always stronger than horses working alone.
Are we taking our own horses?
Well, you can.
Do they not have horses?
No.
Oh, sucks for you guys.
I mean, if
you
you
can,
need
ride, can you ride Dave?
no,
All day long.
I mean, like,
Does he have
if you're willing to cast your horse summoning spell into my ring here, I'd happily summon my own.
Does that work?
Yes.
But yeah.
I mean, if we'd done it yesterday, it would have been better because then we've had a long rest and like
Casimir's like, come along then, it's going to be a bit of a walk, so, and starts basically up, straight up the back of the hill that's behind a township.
We're off to see the wizard.
Let's fucking go! I'm excited. Are you excited? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
Wow, I'm feeling it.
What is what is your traveling order?
Mario. Do you want me and my horse to like go first?
Well, like, Casimir is leading us, right? So I would imagine he's probably up front.
Yep.
Like, I can, with my perception, sort of take
And Dave is up in the trees,
6 second lead on that.
Okay.
keeping an eye on everything.
So for the first
Actually, because Fine Steed, you can change the type of mount. Can I change it to be a mount that works well in like so? I actually don't really know. Like a bear.
ram.
A bear? A bear would be cool.
Moose.
Like ride a
I
bear.
don't think he can.
I
I
don't
don't
think-
think that's the thing.
No.
That's like history indicates that we haven't really domesticated riding bears.
Oh wait, here we go. Steed on a form that you choose: a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff. An elk?
Elk would be the
most-
most appropriate, yeah.
It's also like an elk is more like an elf mount. A giant fucking dragon man riding a little elk might be
It wouldn't be a little one.
okay.
How big is an elk?
They're pretty big.
They're pretty
actually.
big.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're fucking massive.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Casimir's up front. I'll get Dave to do the first one since he's flying above, sort of scouting. First hour is like you're basically like heading through forest, dodging and weaving. You can give me a D20 roll.
Natural 1.
Natural one.
Oh no.
Are you rolling a d20 or flipping a coin?
That has both ones.
121.
He's got a 20-cent piece, that's what he's got.
Okay. As you're sort of going up through the hills, like you hear through Dave's hearing, and you can sort of just hear in the distance like the sounds of like a couple of howls, but you can't seem to pinpoint where they're coming from.
Oh, yeah, my elk also has armor on.
Okay.
Because I'm just assuming it's about the same as my horse, but like
It's slightly ill-fitting.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I can just cast mage armor on everything.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've got like full plate. The horse armor.
No, I get that.
After about 2 hours hiking up through, you start to break through the forest line and up into the alpines. The forest gives way to sort of lower lying shrubs or like some pretty gnarled alpine pines. And
I'm with Debbie.
Casimir sort of stops you guys for a second and sort of starts looking around and he's like, and then wanders over. There's like this one stone that's been painted with like a natural red pigment. Just there's like a milestone path marker. Like, here we go, up along here. At this point on there, I think I'll have Rin do this one here.
Are you perception?
Just a straight up D20 roll. No modifier.
17.
17.
Only like you when you're 17.
Yeah, I remember. The natural 20 was the bad roll when there was the summoning one.
Yep. Okay. Can you give me a D12 plus a D8 roll?
It's a D12.
This one.
That one.
And just give me the grand total.
7.
7 total?
Yes.
Okay.
The redstone morphs into a giant golem.
As you and Casimir are sort of taking the lead, essentially, you start walking along, and you see the path is just sort of weaving off into the distance. And what's your passive perception?
16.
16. Okay. This
So
path.
pointy ears.
This pathway sort of goes off to the left slightly, and then you see this section of snow that looks off. Like it looks too sort of uniform. Like it's just like it's about 5 foot by 5 foot area that looks odd.
A little too much like snow.
Well, it's a little bit too just square. and poking up closer, you sort of tapping it with your tapping the area with your staff, and then this snow just sort of like the snow cover just collapses into this spike pit trap. I don't know what your passive was.
It's a good thing that was you and not me. Mine's
You're like
mine.
yeah,
Very badly hurt.
I think there's a pit here, guys.
and Casimir sort of sees that and is like, oh god, and then it takes like a 20-yard backtrack and goes, oh my god, sorry, this is
Oh, God damn it, dude.
this pathway is.
Did you take us down the trap road?
Do this,
Someone's-
do this. Left. Right. L, left.
This is not backtracked all the way back to that red stone marker. It's backtracked a little bit. It looks like someone has set up a false trail to trap people.
Ooh.
Who lives out here other than you?
Was this one of your people, or would this have been one of Strahd's?
I doubt it'd be one of Strahd's people. It could also, it could be, but it could also be some of the wild folk around here as well.
The wild folk are unpleasant.
Her voice is very creepy.
Yeah.
That super was, man. Wow.
Hi, my name's
No.
Billy.
No.
Nope.
It's
Nope,
really
nope,
crossed over into
nope.
something, and I'm not a fan.
Okay. Casimir sort of reestablishes the path and leads you guys further up, and the snow the sort of dusted snow line gives way to like a full snowbank, and you start trudging up into, and it's a bit slower going, and trying to find the path is a little bit harder. Every now and then, it's looking for like a larger post with a marker at the top to try and keep on the pathway. You guys sort of managed to establish cold weather gear, essentially, yeah?
Mm.
Okay. At this point, if you guys can give me, I believe it's Constitution saves, but I'll give it with advantage because of...
Because we did a thing.
And you
the
all
gear you
have +3.
Yay.
But the cold is beginning to bite into it.
I rolled 20.
A 20. Rinda's like, do, don't care.
The Legolas thing where like he's just walking on top of the snowbank.
21 for me.
21 for you?
What was it? Constitution?
Yeah. Save.
22.
Because of the mage armor thing.
16.
Dave has more
16?
AC than Nala
I
does.
believe you're also fine.
So you can just cast that for free.
On anyone.
Can you give one for Dave as well?
Oh, right. Well, Dave just got an 18
18?
as
Okay.
his first roll.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, mine was higher than
That's
16, but yeah.
Okay. You guys are like, you know it's cold up here, but it's not sort of begin to sap your energy or hinder you so far. Okay. Yeah, continuing on through the snow again. Who's going to
Does
do...
my horse too? I mean, it's a summoned celestial elk.
Let's say, it's just to save time.
Yeah.
Then it's probably used to winter weather. It's an elk.
Let's go around the table this time. Wayu, can you give me the D20 roll?
18.
18. Alright, D12 and a D8.
That one. And 7 and 9.
So, 16 total?
Sure, if you want to put it that way.
Okay.
If you want to get all math about
That's
it.
how math works, yeah.
Mathemagical.
As you guys are sort of trudging up through the snow, you start hear the sounds of howls that Dave picked up on earlier.
Well, we've
Start to
done
get-
this one before.
Yeah, it comes up a couple times. There are several wolf entries.
Yeah.
Wolves. Yeah, the sounds of the howls and they start getting closer and closer, and before too long, breaking through some of the snowbanks over the top, you sort of see these snow-dusted grey wolves.
I charge.
You see me start to cast mage armor.
Now, just hold on there, friend. Let me do it.
Oh, okay.
Just like put my
Oh, boy.
fingers on you and like you get mage armor.
Hey, nice. Hey, I didn't know you could do that.
You get mage armor.
That doesn't
Everybody
stack,
gets
does
mage
It doesn't
armor.
stack. No, AC doesn't stack unless it's like.
Also, it doesn't work on you if you're wearing armor.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I rolled a 20 on my initiative, which is good because I have +0. So. Yeah.
We're rolling initiative right now. That's what's happening.
Yes, please.
You didn't tell us to. So. Oh, I got a 7.
They've got 23. I got 11.
Rolled a 2.
16. And my AC is 15 now. Oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no.
Because mage armor.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so
No,
mage armor isn't-
the app I use for this is just updated, and they've added a whole thing where I can scale things up, like just like with the press of like a couple of buttons. And
Oh, that's
it's
fine.
Really cool.
So it's not just that there's like extra wolves that like
You're fucking
that are also
die.
vampires.
How, like, no, that noise you just made then was like, I can add so many more wolves.
There's a bunch of vampire wolves.
Yeah, because mage armor is an 8-hour spell.
Yeah.
I basically just went into my character thing on D&D Beyond, and so it's just like just like add a permanent 3 to the base armor class because I'm never going to not have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
'cause it's-
technically you would still have to cast it 3 times a day.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so
I cast it for free.
I cast it for free. I
Oh,
didn't do
in
that
that
because
case,
it cost me a spell slot and I'd forget to
Yeah.
take the spell slot away.
It's-
But I may even just fucking do that.
For me, it's
So,
basically
starting at the top, what was the higher
It was
initiative?
Dave first.
Dave at 23.
Dave 23.
I was 20.
Rory at 20.
16.
16 was next for
16 next.
Dave.
That was what?
Do you have something like on top of them to indicate which one going next?
Narlag was 11.
Nali was 11. Rin was.
7.
Oh wow, you even wrote on them.
Yep, so I can keep track of them as well.
Ah.
You got good initiative. What happened there?
I rolled a 2.
Well, that would do it.
Yeah.
That completely answers that question. I have no further requirements.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Like that eliminates so much confusion.
I'm actually going to make little
Well,
placeholders there,
for
which
those
like
who can
say
see it, I'm on the
it's
side.
like generic enemy. All right, you see quite a large pack of wolves.
So this is a pack of wolves.
That's a pack of wolves.
Okay. It looks like a
It is more than a dove.
Oh boy.
It's a lot of wolves.
All right.
That's a family pack.
What is that? What's the meaning of that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't want to comment on that.
That was some amazing stuff.
No, it really wasn't.
What?
It doesn't need repeating.
Well, now you just made me want to hear it more.
Okay. So first up is Dave.
Can Dave see the wolves?
Sorry.
Can Dave see the wolves?
Oh yes.
So Dave.
Yeah.
All of you can see at least a dozen of them.
Okay. Dave is going to shoot one of them with IRAs. D4, get me my
You've got that
D4.
level of,
Yep.
Captain.
Oh, what about the
Yeah.
elf guy? Is he rolling or?
Yes.
Alright, so Dave shoots one of them with a prostrate and a fear ray. DC 12, dexterity, and wisdom.
I've got to add in Casimir. All right. What was the two saves? Sorry.
Dexterity and wisdom, DC 12.
Natural 20 on the first one. Wisdom was the second, was it?
Yep.
12 was the save, was it?
Yep.
Save.
Damn
All right. Ulrich.
I charge at the biggest group of them.
Easy done. They're coming through. There is essentially like a. The easiest way to break this down would be packs of 4. Yeah. So there's a pack of 4 basically coming straight at you. You can see another a pack sort of flanking on either side, and a fourth pack that's sort of
Now-
sweeping around.
With my mount, I can move and I still get my full action.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, because it's moving rather
The
than
mount's
me.
got its own move action.
Yeah.
If that's right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I get my mount to charge, so we can actually attack them as well. I'm
No,
just
your mount can't attack.
pretty sure it can.
It has a charge function where if it moves to like a certain amount of distance, it does like a trample movement type thing.
Rainbow Dash.
I've still got to read through the mounted combat.
Trampling charge. If the horse moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature, then it hits it with a hooves attack on the same turn. That target must succeed a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So I
It
just
saves.
aim for like the middle one.
I'm going to get this target. It's got 20s on it.
Okay, so that's my horse.
Now you're amongst 4 wolves.
I'm going to yell
Put the
at
dragon
them.
amongst the wolves.
Where are we?
I like it.
And I can only get 4. I can't get any more.
You're amongst that block of 4, as it said.
Where are we? Feats and traits. I am going to.
You fear thing?
How many creatures are within 30 feet? So there's these ones that are within, I assume, 10 feet or 5 feet or whatever.
The rest of them are still probably another 30 feet back, so...
Okay. Well,
You've got these four at the moment.
I'm going to essentially yell at them.
Okay.
So it's wisdom saving throws. 14. I'm looking for.
These are wise ass wolves.
2 pass 2 fail.
Ryan's
Okay.
saving like a fireman today.
Well, they become frightened for 1 minute.
I like it.
was nice.
They get to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns. Well, their turn. And because they are feared, they can't move.
And they take 4 at the beginning of their...
Yeah, and they take.
That's 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And they also have to attack me. Oh wait, no, sorry, no, that's something else. Yeah, they can't move. They can't run.
If they attack someone else, you can do an opportunity.
Oh yeah, they have to try and run away, but they can't move. So whatever.
Well, that's not part of fear.
Being frightened.
Being frightened doesn't. It just means you can't move towards. Moving away is not part of it.
I thought they had to run away.
Nope.
That's a thing. The have to run away is a part of Trev's spell.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
specific condition on
Yeah.
Phantasmal.
Yeah,
Shit.
Phantasmal Killer.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
frightened
was.
specifically is you can't willingly move towards the target that frightened you, and you have disadvantage. I got the
Yeah,
DM
I've got the
screen
same
now.
thing here.
Yeah, but it's just easier to read from.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're frightened for a minute, and yeah, that's my action. And as a bonus action, I guess I'll just turn on my shield and
Yep.
get out my thing.
All right. Next up is the mage. Casimir.
All right, dazzle us.
You're part of the team. Show us what you can do.
Part of the team.
Okay, he walks. Well, not walks. He sort of. Well, he has to. Otherwise, he's not going to cast. That'll work. Yeah, he walks up towards one of the other packs, one of the flanking ones that are going to try to flank around towards the front. He's got the same similar sort of nimbleness as what Rin's got going on. He's been up here a bit. He knows how to walk through the snow quite well. And when he gets up relatively close to these, he holds his right hand out, and just this blast of like freezing cold comes flying out of his hand, and it is con saves. All right, this is gonna hurt. All right, someone's gonna be a total here as I call these numbers out. 16.
16.
Help.
Another 5.
21.
Another 10.
31.
And another 5.
36.
All right.
That was a powerful spell he just did.
That was.
He is puissant.
Okay.
Why isn't this guy just permanently in our party?
We only just met him today.
Okay, he basically the entire front pack that is in front of him just all that sort of freeze into place, and like icicles of wolf. And
Wolfsicles.
wolfsicles. And then the
You love it.
the rear pack, half of them also suffer the he's managed to arc this, so he's getting the group in front of the ring, and another one that was that's just a little bit out of reach of your fear, but two of them sort of freeze in place and just like shatter, like crack and shatter. Another 2 of them just take 8 points of damage.
Damn.
We get it. He's much better than us.
Yeah. And we're the ones who are meant to be taking on Strahd. It seems like there's a lot of people in this like land that are a lot better than us, and they probably should have banded together at some point. And
That went real well last time. With a bunch of people banded together.
yeah, but that was all villagers and like low-level commoners. Like,
Next up is Wayu.
Okay. So
you need to outdo
everyone's,
the other wizard now.
everyone's second favorite spellcaster
Yeah. Need to show him up.
starts walking backwards.
Yep.
Pretty much as far as he is able to, because fuck that noise.
Yep.
And then turns around and runs away.
Bye.
Screw this! And sort of within the middle of the pack,
Yep.
a twisting pattern of colours weaves through the air inside of a 30-foot cube. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes, and each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw.
So what was the area? 30.
30-foot cube centered on the bulk of the pack.
Okay, well, there's one of the flanking packs coming around.
How many are...
They're basically a little pack of 4. One of those packs of 4 has been wiped out by Casimir. Another one's been halved.
Yeah.
Third set's on him.
Yeah.
So then you got another set that's sort of flanking around, trying to come around behind you.
Yeah. Yep.
In the direction he's running, or
I mean,
like,
that sounds about
When I
right.
say
We'll go
you, I
with
mean,
that.
When I say
Yeah.
you, I mean like the collective you. They're trying to sweep around behind the way you guys have been walking.
The one that's most likely to get in the way of me fleeing this nonsense.
And it's a save, is it?
Yeah, that is a wisdom saving throw. 16.
That's all fails.
All
oh,
right.
now he gets the fucking fails. Jesus.
I found a lot on the other one, on the one that Casimir did as well.
They are charmed and incapacitated.
Oh boy. Okay.
Charmed, and that seems like
What's
you're
size
charming
spell
them,
slot?
and then they're incapacitated. Like it seems like
Hey, buddy.
yeah.
Buddy, hey.
Well,
let's go.
incapacitated is they can't take actions or reactions, and charmed is they can't attack the charmer.
Yeah, but if they can't
Or
take actions in general, it seems a bit pointless to charm.
Incapacitated also like triggers other things as well. I
So
think.
does charmed. There are things that are just immune to charm effects.
True.
Charmed, incapacitated, and a speed of 0.
Oh wow! So
Which
they are
seems-
just dazzled. What was the
Yeah.
spell? Was that?
That is hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
And then you spend the rest of your action going, "See, guys, I can do shit too."
The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature if they're charmed.
So if you want to strike up a conversation with the
Yeah.
wolves about, the football or something.
Yeah, the
You know what?
The
Alright. Well, you got anything else, Wahoo? Because you've incapacitated a group of wolves. You can
Yeah.
go through and stab them now if you want.
No, well, I was thinking I'll try to demonstrate to the wolves that, like, I'm cool. I'm actually going to do that on my next turn.
that probably would be your next turn. Okay, wolf turn. So two of them just take 4 damage here.
Yep.
Done and done.
Psychic damage.
Are they gonna reach us?
Not if fucking the other wizard is just like disintegrating them into ice.
Well,
this turn
I'm
too,
gonna
though.
go punch one. So
You're gonna go punch an icicle.
Okay, so the 2 feared
Smash
ones are going to attack you,
wolfsicles.
which means they've got a disadvantage.
Yep.
But they've got advantage with the pack tactics, so it's just going back to straight attacks. Both trying to bite at you. The better one's probably still not going to do it. I'm just going to say 19 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay, and the other 2 that were on you that passed are going to roll with advantage. So the first one, same result. Second one. Wow, alright. And this is like, you've got these 4 wolves that's like trying to clap at you, and like every time they like clang off your shield or bounce off like your armor or essentially they're not managing to make any.
I like having such large face. It's good. And I can make it better too.
Okay, the 2 wolves that Casimir damaged are going to go in and attack him. Well, that one hits.
Oh, they also get wisdom saving throws on their turn as well. Oh, at the end of their turn.
Okay, I'll do that at the end of the turn. So both of them hit. This one we've got some health. Okay. Okay, so he's taken a couple of reasonable bites. And the other ones are sitting in a dazzling array of hypnotic shapes.
Yeah, they're like totally freaking out, man.
Is there any save at any point on that, or is it just like...
No, I think if you fail the first one, that's it.
I know.
Forever.
That can't be right.
That can't. Really?
If they take damage,
As soon as I take damage, I'll be able to pop out of it.
yeah, that's it.
How long does it last?
1 minute.
That's fair enough. If it was like 10 minutes.
Oh,
you can't-
yeah.
Well, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, oh, this lasts an hour and you can't do shit about it once it first fails, then yeah.
What was the save on the...
DC 14.
they are both still feared. Alright.
Yay.
No.
How closely are the ones that are hypnotized grouped together?
Well, within 30 feet of each other. There's sort of a block of like maybe 20 feet all across.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many are there?
4.
Oh, just 4?
Just one step.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like...
There's 4 squads of 4. The 16 walls all up.
Okay.
And one's been
I
disintegrated.
like to think.
Oh, there's
like,
been a
you
bunch.
need
One
that,
whole
but then it's
one
like-
whole little
it's
pack
like
has been wiped
gestural
out.
components.
Are they all
being
coming from the
used.
same area, or are they just like...
They're all sort of sweeping off from, say, the western side of you. One group came straight in,
That's
which
the
is one with
incantation.
Ulrich's on. A group each sort of split off each way and trying to flank them front and back. And then the fourth group is sort of coming up behind, so it's basically trying to support the main striking force.
The more the merrier. I'm happy with like 10 wolves attacking me, to be honest.
You're a weird guy.
How far off is like the furthest pack?
It's at least another 30 feet behind the one that Ulrich's were on because they were outside of his aura.
So about 60 feet away.
About 4.
Oh, okay.
They're outside the range of his shout. It's a shout that was his aura. Yeah.
I'm going to, at the moment, just shoot at the ones on Ulrich with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, do it.
Do I need to make a saving throw now?
Well, it's
Depends if he
okay.
fucks up with that.
Oh, okay.
So it's an 18 plus 7
Hits.
and a 13 plus 7.
Okay.
Cool.
Roll your damage on the first one. We'll see because they'd already taken some damage from the whole fear, brain hurt.
Ah, right, fair enough. So D10. 9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
That wipes that guy out.
Okay, and on the next one, 6.
6. All right. One of them is still standing. Just. What else you got? Are you good?
No, I'm good.
Sounds good.
I'm good.
Alright, so you just took out most of the ones that were remaining.
Kinda, yeah.
Rin is going to leap over to Casimir.
Yep.
And bring his staff down on one of the wolves attacking Casimir.
You, all the ones that were directly in front of Casimir are dead.
You said there was 2 attacking him. I thought you said...
Sorry, there's 2 on the far the backup. I'm trying to wish
Sorry, I thought you said that there was some attacking Casimir.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. They moved in on him. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're right. 100%. My bad.
I was paying attention. Yeah, so the ones that are attacking Casimir,
Yep.
I'll
Sorry, I'm just embarrassed about not knowing where I put my wolves.
It's all good.
I misplaced.
It can happen to the best of us.
I misplaced my wolves.
Trying to make you feel better.
So yeah, just like I'm picturing like leaping and just bringing the staff down in like a stabbing motion.
Ooh, there's a giant elk.
I think 28 is gonna do it.
Oh, yes.
D8 plus 7. Where's it? My D8.
Oh wait, no, I couldn't write that anyway.
14 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you paced that first one.
Lands on it, then like sort of flicks over the top of it and like spins around and hits the other wolf. Yep. 11 plus 10, so 21.
Yep.
8 damage.
And yeah, you're sort of doing this whole like somersaulting flip thing, and bring your staff down sort of like in the midsection behind its sort of shoulder blades, and like crack its back.
Killed 2 wolves.
You killed 2 wolves.
And so there's not any more in my immediate vicinity then?
There is not.
Alright, well I'll sort of recompose myself and sort of like just reposition between Casimir and the rest of the wolves? And
Casimir sort of turns to me and is like, it's truly an honor to see one of the Eladrin in their full fighting prowess.
yes,
God.
yes, it is.
can
You are lucky to be here on this day.
You can wank him off later.
Okay.
He can wake himself up. Thank you very much.
And probably will. Dave.
David's just going to shoot whoever's closest.
Probably start dealing with some more that are on him.
Yep.
You're disappointed now, aren't you?
I haven't got to attack yet.
Yeah, that was not
You had your first round of south.
one.
So, I'm just looking. My mount does get an attack.
Okay.
So,
Is
yeah,
that
I'll
wisdom
attack
or
with
dexterity?
That's in the mount rules?
It's an action the mount can take.
Okay, but like the mounted combat rules or
Right.
anything.
I'm gonna have to look specifically.
Anyway, Dave is shooting some IRAs at
Yep.
one of the closest ones.
Yep.
DC 12, dexterity, and wisdom.
Passes the first one. What was the other one?
Wisdom.
12.
Yep.
Passes that as well.
Fucking hell.
Yay. Go Dave. This is why he's got his own initiative now, so we can really acknowledge exactly how well he did every round.
Yeah. He really needs his own initiative.
Ulrich.
I'm gonna attack shit.
Do it.
So how many freaking wolves are even left on me? And are any of them feared?
The fear ones are dead.
Okay.
You have, I believe, 2. 3.
Well, I'm going to make 2 attacks.
2 are fully operational. One of them is the fear.
I'm assuming 23 hits.
Yes. Which one are you hitting?
Sorry, wait. There was
2 fully healthy.
Yep, and
One is feared.
One feared. I'll attack one of the healthy ones.
Yep.
And it's D10 plus 3. 5, and then second attack. That hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10.
10 top. Yep. Yeah, your blade comes down on the second one and just basically like takes this thing into 2 parts.
Yeah, and I bash the other healthy one prone.
Yep.
Well, it's a strength. We make a strength saving.
Fail.
Yeah.
He's prone. Alright. What is Casimir going to do now?
Cast a spell.
He's probably going to cast a spell.
Yeah, I just got that up. Yeah. I just might have my turn in between.
He turns and fires magic missile towards the group that are around you. They're the closest ones to him next.
Yeah.
That are not incapacitated. He's going to put 1 into each of them. So the feared one, I don't have to roll, only have 1 health left. And then the other, sorry, the other 1, because then I have to put the other 2 into that, sorry. Okay, so 3 damage and 4 damage. 7 damage all up. Alright. Next up is Why?
Using the knowledge of such wild creatures that he has amassed in his many years of travelling through the wilderness.
Yeah, because he has a wolf face.
Yeah, you already get advantage on that anyway. Damn lack of double advantage. Is going to do his best interpretation of trying to indicate to this pack of wolves, we're bigger wolves than you. We're bigger wolves than you. That is going to look like flattening his ears sideways. That is hunching forward and arching his back. Like snarling, but only very slightly, just enough to like bare one tooth. This isn't a threatening gesture. This is a display of dominance. Trying to indicate you are free to pass, but don't Just don't.
Try and work out whether to do this as intimidation or animal handling. That's where I'm trying to lead on.
I'm trying to work out if this is sexual or not.
Everything's sexual with Whitey.
Or just a straight charisma roll. I'm gonna go with intimidation.
I was aiming for like a nature.
Nature would have been a real stretch. Animal handling was still on the table.
It's the natural world.
Maybe if it was Spintax in a wolf form.
You just want the thing that runs off your intelligence stat.
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously. That's the thing I have plus fucking 8 in as opposed to -1. Oh, well, that one's not going to cut it. Okay. One more. Animal handling, we've decided on? Animal handling?
No, I'm pretty sure I said intimidation.
So animal handling?
Just roll a fucking dice. Roll a 20. Roll a 20.
It wasn't a 20.
No. Alright,
Okay.
well, you did a bad job.
Well, that's going to be a an 8 was the best.
Okay, so you're like hunched over, like growling at these wolves, like snarling a little bit of spittle comes off, and you're sort of looking at them and like, I look like a right
Like halfway through, you just sort of get that thing where like all of a sudden in your mind you've stepped back a little bit and you're seeing the thing that you're doing. You're like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot right now.
I look like an idiot, and why did I think this would work?
Because I had 2 goes.
Okay, so wolves' turn. All the ones that are there are still stuck in there.
There's
You got
one still
one-
left his
one's
feared,
on
so
the-
he takes 4 damage.
It's not one of the feared ones. Feared ones are dead.
Oh, I thought I got that. Oh, I thought that was-
But no longer has advantage anymore, so it's one bite at you doesn't hit.
Oh,
The rest of them can't do anything. No, like
Alright, so how close are all of the groups together?
Pretty much what you said before. There's the group that's in the
Can I
hypnotic
get them
battle.
all with sickening radiance?
you.
Can I get most of them with sickening radiance?
You can get 4 of them as sickening ratings, guaranteed.
Then there's just one aside from that, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's 5 wolves left. 4 are packed together.
That's not worth the spell slot. Just fucking Eldritch Blast again.
Sure.
It's not worth it.
Like, we're going into a giant dungeon. I'm not wasting a spell slot. Oh, fuck, 3. 3 again, fuck. Alright.
What's your total?
No, that was the D20. Oh, 7. 7 on each. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, 10 on each.
Just miss, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
A 3's not going to cut.
Rin.
So there's 4 wolves stuck in
4
the middle
walls
of a.
in the hypnotic.
I can go into that without any ill effects right now, right? The hypnotic pattern was just a one-off thing. It's not continuing. Am I gonna get dazzled and charmed?
That is actually a good question.
I have
think
advantage
that-
against charmed effects.
That may
Is
still
Rin
be,
going to be bedazzled?
that may actually still be going.
Dazzled.
Bedazzled.
It's a concentration spell, so I think it might actually still be going. Yeah.
Okay.
Pattern. No, you know what? The pattern appears for a moment, then vanishes.
Okay, cool. Rin is going to fucking do a flip and land in the middle of the.
Just end it there.
Land in the middle of the bedazzled wolves and like.
How would you check for that?
Well, at the moment they're not moving, so just walk around the back.
yeah.
And smack one of them.
Sure.
12.
That misses.
That's better. That's a 19.
Okay.
And does 14 damage.
Oh yeah, so you smack one to death. It's like comes out of the daze just in time to get more dazed.
Do you have advantage on attacking them?
Oh, blue you do actually.
Does the spell give?
They're incapacitated, they're charmed, they've got speed of 0.
No,
Does
nothing there,
incapacitated give?
nothing there gives advantage.
Okay, cool.
With-
I'm going to spend a key point
Yes.
to Flurry of Blows.
Oh, so it's got patient defense.
Patient
Just like
defense.
stand there like all serenely amongst all these wolves that don't attack anymore. And like I spent my key point wisely.
So punch the next wolf over.
Yep.
That's a 12.
That's a miss.
I'm less good with punching than I am with hitting with the staff. And that's a 1. Good work, team.
Like a natural one.
Yeah, natural 1 on the second flurry.
All right, so
Punch it in the vajazzling.
Ew.
It was a 1, man. That's what you get.
the only thing I can really punch you with here is have you sort of fall prone because you overshot and missed, and
The graceful Eladrin combat.
that's the only thing. It's like I can't have you drop a weapon. There's no friendlies or anything to attack against. And, yeah, you miss and lose your balance and fall prone.
It's very slippery here, guys.
It is.
It's as ice and snow.
Dave.
I just impressed the hell out of Casimir, and then I like, and away, miss, thwack, miss, fall over.
But fall down.
Dave's
crying.
going to shoot the one that isn't in Hypnotic Pen.
Okay.
So it's 2 arrows. So
It's a
it's
good spell.
telekinesis and a fear ray, DC 12 on a.
They fail both.
Yay! So it gets pushed 30 feet away.
Yep.
And is also terrified of stuff.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah.
It
It's
now has
tough.
fear, but it's 30 foot away from the guy that hits it with fear. So gotta dig the knife in on that one.
I think that also means its movement speed is half.
Alright. You're now wolf free. You can move into the Vajazzle zone, or you can go up to against the. It's gonna be a
That's
bit-
what it's called.
We don't have to keep calling
Wait, so
it
how many
that.
wolves left total?
We don't have
5
to follow
total.
anything.
Yeah.
Dave knocked the one that was on you away from you,
Hold
and
on,
then
hold
feared
on.
it.
I killed one of the wolves in the vajazzling.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 4.
So there are 4 grouped and 1 by itself.
So there's 3 in a group because I forgot that he killed one of them, and then 1 off by itself.
Okay. I'm just going to go for the group.
Yep.
How far away?
A bit.
30 foot or so.
Well,
You
then
can get there, yeah.
they're going to be charged by Twilight Sparkle because I've named my elf. And it gets
It fails, so it's prone.
no, the charge for the elk is slightly different to the charge of the warhorse. If the elk moves at least 20 feet straight towards the target and then hits it with a ram attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 7 damage.
Oh, okay.
If the target is a creature, it must succeed in DC 13 saving throw or be knocked prone.
It's prone and took 7 damage. Okay. That hurt.
And then I'm going to attack it with my 2 attacks. 14 hit.
That's the
Oh wait, I get advantage, don't
you get advantage anyway, but the 14 still hits as well.
Yeah, I got 20 on the average, and I got 13. Does 13 hit?
30 hits.
Cool.
Would you do damage for that one?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll do the damage first. That's probably a better idea.
Because it's the one you'd already damaged. So
Yeah, good
it's
point.
probably a good call.
Attack action. So 1d10 plus 3. So 9.
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
it is dead skin out.
And then the other one, I get to 12.
12 damage.
And then I knock one of them prone.
Alright, so yeah. You've killed 2 and knocked the last one prone. So there's a feared one 30 foot further away, and then there is a knockdown one which is in your melee range.
Well, tries to run away.
Can Casimir do at this point? Casimir casts Firebolt at the
Yeah, I'm guessing it just do a level 0 spell.
because why? Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, I think for my mount to make an attack, I need mounted combat feat, which I don't have.
I'm reading a thing here. It's if you're riding the mountain, you're controlling it. It can only do the 3 movement actions.
Yeah, I saw that.
If
as
you
well.
just let it go on its own, then it can attack.
Yeah,
But that means you're not controlling what you're doing anymore.
yeah, and it has its own initiative order, and which would be annoying.
Yeah, that's only when you're not mounted on it. So if you get off it, it can do its own things, and you can still tell it what to do. But yeah.
Well, no, but even if I'm on it, it can do its own things if it's intelligent enough, which mine would be because it's.
But you're still mounted on it. You're still.
I feel like it's something I need to read up before we
Yeah,
the next
It's
section.
it's fine.
I mean,
I'll-
it's pretty clear though that
Yeah.
if you're riding a mount, that it only does the movement actions because
Yeah, I'm
like,
fine
that's,
for the
that's
chart.
the that's the balance involved. On you're on a mount, you don't just get another attack because
Yeah.
you bought a horse.
Other than the charge, but that's a
Well,
I don't think you get the charge.
well. Anyway,
Well,
should-
I'll double check that.
Fireballs.
But, yeah.
this is getting into lore
Fireballs.
territory. I
Mm.
think this is a thing for the DM to adjudicate.
Yeah, and we'll do. Well, there's one
Yeah.
one knockdown wolf left at this point anyway.
Yeah,
so
So who wants to kill it?
so
Basically.
it is. I think it's Wayu's turn.
It's knocked down.
It is knocked down.
Walk over and put a fucking boot into it.
Is it going to get up again?
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to get up, and you quickly run away.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Yep.
That would be disadvantage if it's knocked down.
Even if I get out of, like, run away.
Actually, it's been attacked, hasn't it? By your knockdown thing. It's not like with charmed, I don't think.
I thought it just gets to save again if it gets attacked.
It comes after me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's because it specifically go after.
Well, with
I mean, it's going to be pissy about that, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
it's knocked down still, but
It's got a headache.
all its friend died around it without really offering any sort of resistance.
That catchy tune is still stuck in its head.
That catchy knife is probably about to be stuck in its head.
Yeah, screw it. It's going to be Firebolt, and he's just going to, like, run away afterwards. Firebolt, and then Scarpa. So there's going to be a...
So it would be disadvantage as a ranged spell attack. Or knockdown target.
Yeah. There's going to be 16 and 19.
Okay, so hits.
Nice, 2d10. That is 10.
10 damage.
Yep.
It is pretty scorchy, but still alive.
Oh god, Scarpa.
But that said, it's going to get up and attack the thing that's closest to it, which is going to be you.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, I rolled 2. Cool. Nala, do you want to kill this wolf?
Well, there's the one that is running away because it's feared.
Oh no, it's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Casimir finished it off with a firebolt.
Oh, right, yeah.
Standing up doesn't provide attacking opportunity, does it?
And so that one is standing up. It's not prone.
It's not prone anymore.
Alright, cool. Yeah, it'll just blast. Back. There we go. So 20. Probably going to be enough to kill it anyway. Yeah, it's 10 damage.
You had an extra 0 at the end that you needed. Didn't need.
I figured.
Alright.
I figured it didn't matter how much damage it was.
Casimir sort of trots over to you guys and is like, that was an especially big pack.
Well,
Thank you for noticing.
we have noticed that there's an increasing amount of wolves attacking us, but well, we seem to manage perfectly fine without much effort.
I'm worried that there's something more with this level of wolf attack.
Well, we're going to defeat the Dark Lord of this land, so it's to be expected, really.
Do you have the spell that makes things like shatter into ice? Maybe you should. Like,
Do I have the what?
the spell that makes things shatter into ice, like the other wizard did. Maybe you should get it off him.
Are you actually
You can't-
discarding
get-
that?
You can't
Give me?
afford-
Oh, okay.
Unless you guys want to do anything with the wolves, we can.
No.
It would be. Well, I mean, does anyone lacking in like fur or anything? Like it would be. But then we would
We
probably
need to
need a
cure it,
survival,
right?
yeah.
Look, any dead creature lying around away is going to have a poke at. Like, we could just sort of, you know. We also, like, eat food and go to the bathroom and stuff as well. We don't have to, like, call that out every time it happens.
Yeah, like harvest some meat for a nice meal tonight.
Okay.
Fresh wolf.
Fair. Okay.
Just hanging off the antlers and the elk.
Casimir is like, we should be at the temple within the next hour.
Shall we proceed?
It is just at the on the far side, and you're heading up towards the ridge at the top of this hill. It's like it's just past that next peak, around the far side of the peak. So we should be along there soon. With that, I'll get you guys to give me another round of Constitution saves.
With or without advantage?
With advantage because of the gear you've got.
I got a very good one.
You got a very good one?
I got a very good one. I rolled an 18.
Oh, it's with advantage, not disadvantage. What am I doing?
Dave got 15, I got an actual 20.
Okay, so you're both fine.
I
You
rolled-
got a good one.
I
Yeah,
rolled
unnatural
16 and I get
Then
like
you-
plus 5 or
Yeah,
something.
so you're good.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Total.
You guys are still, like you're feeling this cold, but you're shaking off the effects of it.
Going through Legion right now.
Oh yeah, cool. There's good stuff in there.
All right. The hour that he quoted turns into more like 2. It's a little bit slower going. The snow's a little bit
just
thick.
glaring at him.
He's used to his capacity to walk through snow, and he hasn't accounted for for some of the slower members of the party.
Oh, I get it. It's our fault. Wow, okay. Sure.
Well, you humans do tend to walk a bit slower than the rest of us, as well as the dragon.
Twilight Sparkle is probably like bounding along.
It's
That's why I was literally just like some of the party.
Yeah.
It's
Us-
understandable that you would be
us
slower
humans.
with all the
Like
extra
if
weight
it was
you're
me
carrying.
by myself,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
be trudging through in my armor.
Wow.
But all of my
Us
legs
humans,
pretty
unlike you. Is it elf day? Is it? Is it still
I've always been an elf.
today?
My name is Leonid. How dare you insult me in such a way?
That
The voice is
hate
real
the voice.
creepy.
I can't stand the voice. Oh, it hurts.
But yes, you guys you pass pass below the sheer side of the peak and into the shadow of this mountain.
I'm surprised you haven't made me roll perception yet.
And it was
I mean, literally none of us are fooled at all. At all.
Yeah.
Hang on, who's this?
At-
Who
do you rock up to people just in general and go, "Are you really human?"
No. Yeah.
Oh, with this guy who's been.
I mean, I have once. But that's a different story
Oh,
altogether.
that's fair.
Actually, yeah.
Wait, was it-
I have been asked once before if I'm human or not, but that, yeah.
I feel like your stories are synchronized slightly here.
It was not by Ross.
So yeah, you reach sort of the shadow side of the mountain, coming around sort of the base of the peak. You got like a sheer cliff side up ahead of you. You can see up on top there is a whole bunch of snow sort of crusting the top of the mountain. But this side of the mountain has the less snow because the wind's sort of blown past it, and it's sort of got like a bit of a dead area. But there is sort of slick black ice in areas. It's
Devil.
you can see, because the snow hasn't piled up as much here. You can see where a road has sort of appeared out of the snow further down. You can see following your gaze up the road. You can see the is it facade of some kind of temple carved into the side of the sheer mountainside.
Is it amber?
What color is it? What color is it, Ryan? Are there any sconces?
Wasn't someone going to be asking if every door we come across is amber?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So that's finally actually valid.
The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure. Its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between two innermost statues is a 20-foot archway with a staircase leading down.
I'm pretty sure
Sort
we're
of
fine.
standing there looking at it going, it's a bit much.
I'm pretty sure we're fine.
I don't like the color. Like a green, maybe. Amber. Ooh.
Maps.
This is for me.
Oh. I think you're gonna show us like a fun picture of.
No,
the
this
thing.
is so I don't have to go scrolling backwards and forwards to look at the fucking map every 2 seconds.
Do we not get to see a fun picture of the
No.
big door?
Oh, I have a look.
The scary door.
The scary door. I don't actually have a picture in front of it. I'm sorry.
I feel like this is, and here is a picture of the door that you've been looking for this entire time.
Cast your mind's eye. Take a trip with your imagination to another world.
No, I'm a millennial. I can't do that.
All right. We went from Mexico back or
Doors, they're just doors.
But yeah, you've got essentially like cliffside all along, temple sort of carved into the face of the cliff sides, and like amber, statues across the face, and then right in the middle there's a staircase leading down into the.
What race are the statues?
Statue race.
Racist.
Statuist.
We're
Statuettes.
so fucked. I'm pretty sure we're gonna die.
Roll investigation on this one,
What makes you say that?
Mr. Trevor.
Because this seems like it's good. Like it's
That
the place
is
that gave him his power.
11 or
It's gonna be
17
fucking
plus
horrible.
17 plus
Literally,
8.
what else
so
can
like
we
a lot.
do?
I know, like, but
You can sort of see like, the
Hopefully
hooded
you
and
can
like
find
covering
something in here
their
that's gonna
face,
help us kill.
face like in a symbol of prayer, but you can still see some of the sharper profiles of like elven description.
Alright, we'll grab an end. We'll take one with us.
Sorry.
What are we taking with us?
One of the statues.
Why?
the 50-foot tall statues.
20 foot.
It's only 20 foot.
Oh,
I mean, they're not worth nothing. We could get a couple of bucks for them.
What are they made of? Amber?
Amber.
Yeah, like smash them apart. Take some with us.
I still remember
Amber's valuable.
a game.
And single block of amber each of these as well, so that's a big fuck off tree that they came from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how that works at all.
I still remember a game I was involved in that the DM was trying to describe this big door that we just couldn't get through, and he said it was made of what's the really tough metal that's
Titanium,
yeah,
adamantium.
and we're just sitting there going, wait a minute, you said it's made of adamantium. How big is it? And we figured out basically the worth of this door would be in the millions or something like that. We're like,
Someone
fuck it,
really
we're-
doesn't.
Yeah, we're taking this.
Steal the
fucking
door.
No, we took the door.
What it actually
Yeah.
cost was $5.7 billion.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a really expensive way of stopping people getting into something.
Yeah, and we just went, fuck it, we're taking this fucking door.
Behind us
Making
is a
all our
plus one
weapons-
sword. Like, we're not fucking
Topical.
care.
We're gonna make all of our weapons and armor, and then all the leftover, we're just gonna sell it.
I mean, we've moved on slightly, but I just wanted to just get a joke in that there's probably a lot of mosquitoes with dinosaur DNA inside those statues.
Yeah.
Alright, like
DNA.
Probably in all the
DNA.
walls too, not just the statues. In this entire place.
Said no expense.
Mm.
Okay.
We spare no expense.
Ben, I'll throw a history check at the damn thing as well, just to see if,
We're greeted at the door by a fat, like, old man, like, yeah, and with a walking stick.
Like, hello there.
2026 on a history check. Am I getting anything historical?
Jesus Christ.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
It's a similar design of Elvis structures you've
Got
seen
booklet.
in some of the other, like the older buildings back in Faerun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
There's nothing. This isn't like a weird,
Cover the stats.
offshoot
No.
sect or anything.
Yes,
This
you
is
got
just like
strengths.
I've
got
essentially this
you got
temple is
charisma, he's
to
got intelligence. We're actually covering the
similar
strength
gods or the
stats.
same gods that are worshipped
Except
by
Hmm?
Elvis.
Except with-
Elvis.
I think he's got
Clovens.
wisdom.
Clovens. Clovens.
Oh, no. Was
Ivans.
Ivan.
I got charisma as well.
It's pretty good.
In
I was
Back in
charisma
Faerun.
and
Yeah,
strength.
but you're not as charismatic as not.
Alright, and I'm with that. I'm less concerned about this being some sort
I
of
think
like
I'm 16, but yeah.
Aldrich dread portal. Gotta watch out for them.
Yeah.
Fuckers are everywhere.
You went to wizard school. You watched the PSA about don't open any dread portals.
Yeah.
Stop and look.
This is little Timmy. Little Timmy opened a portal one day.
Now he's an unspeakable horror.
Don't do what Albrecht don't does.
Okay. What's your plan? Do we?
Do we knock?
Nothing, get out.
Do we knock? Knock on the door?
Well, there's a staircase down.
Knock on the staircase.
Also, we're not just running in here and getting the thing and getting out. We're trying to like figure out what's going on in
We're
this place.
investigating.
We established this earlier.
Is it big enough for me to continue riding my elk?
How often have you ridden an elk downstairs? Just ballpark here.
Yeah. It's usually a warhorse, but you know,
How often would you ride a warhorse downstairs?
probably quite a lot.
Actual stairs?
How often do the horses survive?
I just summon them.
How often do you make it to the bottom of the
What
thing? that
percentage of the horse is still intact and recognizably a horse by the time you get to the
I
bottom?
just
of the
summon him
stairs?
back when I get to the bottom.
I would say probably don't take your newly formed mount.
We haven't done much of going inside in this campaign, so it hasn't come up.
I'll leave Twilight Sparkle outside.
I love the fact that you're naming it after actual genuine Marvel 20 characters.
Yeah, Rainbow Dash and Twilight.
I, on the other hand, don't like that.
Okay.
I had to look them up though. I didn't know any of the names.
So you say.
Never mind.
Well, I
I'm
knew
not
Rainbow Dash.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So not a jabroni. What are they called? I don't know.
So,
Got another one.
She said jabroni.
Isn't that what they're called?
That is not what they're called.
they're just
no.
bronies.
Oh, bronies.
That is a different thing altogether.
Something else entirely.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, Casimir, where should we start?
Sorry, at a certain point, I'm just like grabbing you by the lapel, going, "You're not a goddamn elf! Just stop it!
The other voice was charming. This is just weird.
Bring back the other guy!"
This hurts. It really
This is the way
hurts.
I mix multiple characters without having to play have multiple characters.
Yeah.
Let him have his fun. You're having your fun.
I was just
not having fun.
thinking about it. That's actually a solid plan. I hate it. Stop doing it.
Yeah, our fun
You
is
have a
just
real good
taking
character,
over
just stick with
beating
him.
you.
Okay.
Well, like, I'm pretending to be an elf. It'd be a little bit awkward if I stopped pretending to be an elf right in front of their fucking leader.
Yeah, but he
At
knows.
this point,
By this point,
at this
he
point,
knows.
he's committed.
Huh? Yeah, like
He's into it.
the three of you know. The leader does not. The leader thinks I'm just an unusual elf.
Wait till we get inside.
Well, it's not
and
wrong.
the doors like ominously slam behind us. We're like, well,
Just default form. You see someone without a mouth, and he looks at you and goes, "Fuck."
oh, not that either.
So we'll go down the stairs.
We'll definitely get upstairs.
Horrific voice, horrific face. One or the other.
Icy steps descend 10 feet into a time-ravaged hallway with arrow slits in the walls. Beyond the hall lies a vast sepulchral darkness.
It's a good word. Sepulchral.
Damn it. And you was going to say that one wrong. I know it.
No,
You only read it in
it's-
books? Yeah.
Yeah, I've already ever read it in books as well. Well, actually, I've already ever read it in WoW.
And even then, though, they were pronounced sepulchre in that. And,
Yeah.
okay.
Wasn't trying to correct you. I like the word.
It's a good word.
I'm always happy to be corrected on words I'm pronouncing wrong. I'm fine with it. Don't let this stuttering make you think otherwise. So yeah, you down the hallway, you see arrow slits in the walls.
Are there any arrows poking out of them?
Are there any arrows on the floor?
What's the arrow situation?
What's the arrow situation going on here?
Roll with perception, both of you, since you're both asking.
I'm not even going to try.
Fair call.
My passive is 16.
Because you say that because I know you rolled something that's not a 16 or whatever.
Yes. I rolled an 8. So that's like a 14 anyway.
I mean, if you want me to run down the hallway, I'm good at that. But
I
looking,
mean, I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you're looking for arrows in the arrow slits. There's no arrows sort of pointing at the arrow slits. These are sort of murder holes. This is where someone would shoot arrows through.
Best kind of holes.
I don't know about that.
I like donut holes more. And what was your roll?
12.
12. You see it because you're looking for arrows that are in the hole.
Are there signs of a battle here, basically?
There's a few like crack shafts and stuff like that on the ground. There's a couple of spots there where there's been like arrows shot across and hit the wall on the other side. Nothing looks particularly recent, like not in the last year or so, but there's definitely been shots fired in the past.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Proceed carefully.
Hey, Casimir, what's the likelihood that there is going to be like booby traps around here? Is this one of those like it's a temple, but it's also like weirdly booby trapped?
Oh, it's been some time since I've been here. Almost
You-
5 centuries.
Your people haven't laid booby traps, but you're not committed to the idea that there aren't booby traps. Yes, no?
There could very much be traps.
Okay, there's probably booby traps.
Does anybody? Sorry. Does anybody? Really?
I believe that was in character.
That was character.
Casimir, roll inside on that one.
No, that was not in character. Does anybody have a long stick?
Why you literally falls down laughing?
You're talking to the guy who's holding a pole arm.
Yeah, well, like, yeah. If we
Rin
come,
just sort of like shovels his stick behind him.
if we come across something suspicious, then just poke
Poke it
that
with
with
a
the
stick.
long stick, so you're touching it from far away.
Oh, I see. You're.
This looks like a suspicious button. Poke. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
I see you followed me when I've done things like this before as
Or-
well. That's pretty much my philosophy.
Or perhaps you could use your magic. I understand this would be a novel concept to your not magic using elfish personage.
I'm definitely able to use magic.
Then fucking use magic.
I have been using magic. Do you want me to just summon an Otiug and get it to like trample the path ahead of us?
Yeah.
No, what
I do that?
I
Can
was
you do
getting
that?
at is that
Then do
previously
that.
you have mage-handed things before. It might be slightly more advanced than poking shit with a stick.
Wait, why aren't we going with the plan of summoning a thing and then getting that to just run ahead of us?
There's a chance that it might betray us.
That's a pretty good chance.
Well, wouldn't it betray you, not us, necessarily? Like,
No, it's,
Yeah, I think it's a.
it'd target everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll just
What's the challenge rating on that?
I'll just run my mage hand along the floor and make sure I try and scan for any traps.
Seductively.
Yeah. So yeah, I just keep I just keep mage hand like going along the floor, just like trying to press down.
Alright, roll me perception. Investigation, sorry.
It's a 5.
Yeah, your mage hand doesn't seem to find any sort of like tricks.
Well, it's safe. Let's go.
What's your marching order? Ryan always asks when things are.
Last.
No,
Ulrich, I think you should go first.
Okay.
Roll the convince. Oh, don't need to.
I've probably already started walking in, like, yeah.
Nalag and Dave in the middle, and Dave as high up as possible. Maybe like 1 foot down from the ceiling.
Because you're like dunk, 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 and gets every crossbeam. Okay, heading further down, with Ulrich in the lead. At one point,
Oh yeah, if you want anyone to, like, roll perception, it's not me, though. So maybe someone should stand just behind me to, like, look at things.
Dave's in the air.
I think when you walk into a trap and it explodes, I don't think we're going to need perception to see that happen.
Probably
I don't
before.
think. Yeah,
That's
this
fine,
isn't
usually.
really like an avoiding a trap situation. This is just like a.
Oh, that was a trap.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Okay,
actually
a thing happens.
usually my way of doing things as well.
Yeah, it's like poking it with a stick, but like a stick with legs.
And scales, armor, and shields.
The stick with legs. I think they're called treants.
Oh yes, okay,
Yes.
that is a thing. Okay, that one took me a second.
who's directly behind Ulrich?
Definitely not me when you say it like that.
Probably Nalag.
Now, like, roll me perception.
I mean, technically, you could ask me to.
So that was 15.
15. There is one point there you hear Ulrich sort of marching forwards, and then you hear the sound like an arrow shaft like bouncing around the ground, and then sort of you realise that he's trodden on one of the ones that's flicked up and like landed again, like it's fine. And for a moment there, you're sort of like, and then realise it's just the way he's trod on one with some little rubble and bits
I
and
was
pieces on
really
the ground. It's
hoping
just like,
that it was just an arrow that had come at me, but I hadn't noticed, and it just bounced off my armor. And I just continued walking.
But yeah. Okay, so with Ulrich in the lead, you keep going down these stairs and come to.
How well lit is it?
AF.
I walked right into that one.
It is.
You did.
It is low light,
Okay.
so vision distance is restricted, but it's not pitch dark. There are the occasional spot where it's like the temple's designers have used like natural cracks in the rooftop to let light through into the area, and there are some like oil braziers that are burning, keeping this place lit.
Odd. Bess. So Narlag has like devil vision.
Mhm.
I see 120 feet as if it's normal light.
Okay.
Because of magic.
Yep.
And even through magical darkness, which is like 4.
Okay, so so coming down the stairs, the staircase opens up into a wide open room. You've got a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing overlooks a vast temple. Black marble staircases at the end of each of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony. The walls and ceilings are covered in amber glaze, lending a gloom of a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stands closed at the west end of the balcony. A similar pair stands open to the east.
Okay, Dave, check out the balcony.
You're on it.
Oh, we're on the balcony.
Yeah, you come down the stairs, you're on the balcony, and the balcony has 2 stairs that lead down to the temple floor. There was a mention of 2 sets of amber doors. One to the west that is closed, one to the east that is, the one to the east which is open.
We were only told about one
Didn't say
set.
2 sets
Yeah.
of doors.
Does that mean there's 2 swords and 2 lots of treasure?
That's on the, these amber doors are, I believe, on the level you're on at the moment.
So, wait, sorry?
How about...
So we're on the balcony. There are 2 staircases descending down to a lower floor.
And
So where are the doors?
There is, I'll make sure I get this right.
They're not just like opposite ends of like the sort of ballroom that we're looking over.
They're on these doors off to the left, and basically as you come down the stairs, it's
we've already
opened
come
up
down
into
the
a large. You come down the first set of stairs where the murder holes and everything were.
Yep.
It's opened up into a large temple, which is overlooked by a balcony, which is what you guys are on. You've come down into like an overlook area,
There's stairs
and then
leading down from there.
to your left and right, on this balcony level, closed amber doors, open amber doors. And then near those stairs go down further into the lower floor of the temple, which you can see, like it's all
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
But there's no amber doors on that level, it's just the 2 amber doors to the left.
Well, looking
we
far
should-
across the other side, there are more doors on the far side as well. But
We should...
We can't see their amberosity.
not at this sort of distance.
Oh, I'll get Dave to fly over that way and check out their amberosity.
He is destroyed. I thought.
Be they amber, yay or nay?
Let me just check something else first.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yep. This is suspicious
I don't
as
want
shit.
to have to summon a different familiar. I'll have to come up with a whole different voice.
Not to mention all the body parts you'll have to give up.
No, if it's a different familiar, then I don't have to give up any body parts. It's only for Dave.
Give a bit more of a description of the temple that's ahead of you as well, because that's going to be somewhat important. 4 black marble columns support the vault ceiling of the temple, at the north end of which stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. Its face is a void of utter blackness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which is partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor. In the front of an open doorway, the walls of the temple are sheathed in amber. The doors leading from it are all made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead away.
Amber.
You guys are asking about amber for so long. You're getting your amber.
We're gonna go into a temple that is just all sconces.
You know,
This is like-
you know what? Now that I see it, I actually don't like it.
This is like Ant-Man and Wasp, where they put the word quantum in front of everything. This is just amber in front of everything.
Arch hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the west and east. Flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards with pointed hats and golden staves. One of them has toppled over. One of them is toppled over and lies shattered on the floor.
Are the staves actually gold?
That's your
That would be a whole thing of going up near because they're on the far side.
I'm having a real hard time picturing this.
Okay.
Before anything, I sort of want to, as we're taking it in, I want to turn to Casimir and ask him if this is how he remembers this.
Yeah,
place.
is that void-faced statue, like, was that
It
part of
reminds
the
me of
original
Mother.
design? Like, that seems a bit weird for you guys to worship that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is this the same as how he?
You guys, that little pathway there. This is the best I can do. That pathway there is where you guys come down the stairs. You're standing on this balcony section here. There's stairs going down there and there. That's that open set of amber doors to your right. That's a closed set of amber doors. And you've got columns, big statue with the open hand, and then on the far side here is where you can see some of the the collapsed balcony section there, and some more doors leading off.
Right. Okay. Yep, I'm getting that now. All right. It was the balcony sections I wasn't getting. I thought that was sort of over here.
Yes.
So okay.
Gotcha.
So you said there was also a human wizard statue.
I've got to get the.
No, I think that was some
that was the big
Void.
wizardy one.
With the golden staff. Money.
Okay, so there's little exits along here. There's little alcoves somewhere through there that they haven't really drawn all that well that have smaller statues of the human wizards.
Okay.
One of them's been knocked over and smashed. That one there's a
that's a
big
huge one.
That's your big
and
40-foot tall statue.
Yep. Casting a spell. It's got a void for a face.
Yep.
Which is like kind of weird.
Yep.
Then we got some like non-void faces, human-looking things, sort of like over here.
Yeah, and one of them's sort of been knocked over and is shattered on the floor.
Okay. All right.
So that void-faced statue, what's with that, huh?
Oh, I tell
what's
them all
this?
about it. I tell them what's going on. I don't mention that the staves look like they're made out of gold. I get Dave to go investigate that on his own.
How much can he shelf?
I have no idea.
Gross. I mentioned it's not a lot.
No, you can telekinesis up things, but probably can't take them anywhere.
How many vampires are coming to kill us?
20. 100.
2000.
Commonly referred to as 2,000.
No, I don't think it is.
It's not in this setting.
No.
2000 does sound better. It's quite
Okay.
Biblical.
Sounds like more.
It's like saying 1,000. It's just 1,000,000. Just say 1,000,000.
Maybe they
Okay, so Dave starts flying across the room.
And then gets hit by what?
Something happened.
Yeah, something happens.
Stuff.
Oh,
does.
I hope it's something good. He gets a prize.
Like you're a 1 million customer.
He turns into Strahd Mark II.
Double Strahd.
Dolstrad.
The vampire lord, Dave.
Strahd squared.
He has little vampire heads on the end of each of his little stalks. Little Bela Lugosi's.
That's adorable, and I'm going to need someone to draw that.
If anybody who's listening can draw really well, please draw that.
No one's
But it's
listening.
not Rana.
Blah. Okay.
What's Dave's AC?
16.
All right.
What kills him? What's his hit point?
That's my next question.
He's got 13.
13.
Pop. Take that.
It's very engineered.
Used to use that for War Machine.
He takes 7 damage.
He gets the fuck out of there.
From what?
From what you guys see, is as he starts floating across the room, all of a sudden this bolt of fire comes flying out of the void space of the face of that large statue. and like hits him like on the sort of side of his
On the duster.
on the side, on the duster, and yeah, he sort of wobbles a bit as he recorrects his flight path, and starts to leg it out.
Oh, fancy that. That void-looking statue that looks evil is evil.
Legas.
So yeah, now that that's happening, my question to Casimir is it do you recognize this?
Is that what he owns?
Is that one of your statues?
Yeah, and if so, how do we turn it off?
What's going on? What's the deal?
So
Where'd you guys get all
this
this
dash
ammo?
behind Nalak?
Right?
Going to dash behind Nalak.
No,
Actually, behind Elric.
no. What's going to happen is you guys are rolling the initiative.
Oh, God damn it.
God damn it,
God
Ryan!
damn it.
Jesus fucking Christ, Ryan!
Ryan.
Ryan!
Ryan.
Ryan!
Ryan.
Ryan!
What the fuck is happening right now?
I'm with you. I have no idea.
I got a 20. And Dave got an 18. Fuck, I'm rolling well with initiative today.
I got a 15.
I got 15.
I got a 4.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
I got a Dragon Ball. I got a Dragon Ball. I got a Dragon Ball. I got a rock. What? You haven't seen that? Ugh, you uncultured swine.
Oh.
You were referring to something with Dragon Ball in it, so I don't think you get to make that particular claim.
I was referring to Dragon Ball abridged, but thank you.
Stand corrected, I guess.
Sorry, I just caught sight of the little chibi Rin again without his pants. He's really not wearing pants. He's
Super not wearing pants.
Jesus Christ, how much is he not wearing pants?
Also, why the man symbol on my
Because
It's
it's
a symbol
Mars.
of Mars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You chose your god.
Yeah, I didn't look up anything about it.
Maybe you should have.
Well, I looked up some basic facts. I didn't look up any symbol or anything.
Okay. All right. What was our rolls?
I'm just going to jump ahead and put me over here for you. There you go.
I got a 20, Dave got an 18.
So you guys, because I got 15. So
I also got a 15.
which means you'll be ahead of me. And then you got a 20, didn't you?
And why you?
4.
That was a good guess.
What did the elf get?
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add him as well.
Sea fresh.
How does the statue do?
I can't imagine a statue would have very high initiative. Just,
Got the drop on us.
Hey.
Well, I'm
Got the
dead.
drop on Dave.
How did he not see that coming?
With that many eyes.
So that's our order there. We've got
Is that the elf?
no.
That's the elf. Yeah,
No,
cool. That's
That's
the elf.
not the elf.
No, that's the elf.
Then we've got
It is the elf, but he's a bad guy now.
Yeah, of course he is. I like how they're all enemy.
So apparently, you would know about agriculture. So when you were talking shit about the Wizard of the Wine's finds, you were
Also talking shit about the wine.
Yeah, you're talking about like how is agriculture was
You
shit.
talk, you talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So you actually had valid reason for talking shit about his wines.
Yeah.
okay. So starting at the top.
What happens, Ryan? What happens?
Well, at least we're only facing 2 enemies, according to this.
You know, we only had one peg there for the
Yeah.
dozen wolves last time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but they were only worth like 1 person.
okay.
Yeah, whatever. So 4 other void-faced statues walk out, 40 feet tall. Yeah.
And then fight.
we look up and we see protruding from the ceiling teeth, and from the floor another set of teeth. This is a mouth.
Yes.
We're in a giant.
We are in a mouth.
We're in a giant fucking mimic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's made of animal.
What's Dave's AC again?
16.
16. Both those miss.
Dave's not
thank
here.
Both those miss.
Oh, no.
Oh no, one hits.
Oh no!
He doesn't have much heat.
Dealing with a lot of something.
He couldn't just dash out before they got a chance.
Well, not according to the initiative order.
Well, fuck. I guess Dave goes the fuck away.
Jesus Christ!
Doesn't it in a minute to summon him back?
Yeah, but I have to sacrifice an eye to get him back now.
No, but I thought
Necessarily,
that was only
right?
if you destroyed him.
No.
No,
When he came back, the sacrifice of the staff was only really putting Dave on.
that was rent money. That was why I was trying to get the bones of the whatever the saint was.
He's taken 13 damage.
Oh wait, did you lose the evil staff?
Yeah,
Yes.
I sacrificed the evil staff to keep Dave.
Yeah.
Cool.
For 1 life.
Yeah, and now Dave's dead.
He's
Dave's not here anymore, man.
Okay. Because I thought it was only if you killed him, but I guess, oh well, that's one.
No, that kicked it off.
Yeah.
They kicked it off and then...
Yeah.
Nice. We got some stakes on the table now.
Yeah.
No, we already had the stakes on the table. Now the
And
stakes gone.
Now the stakes are off the table.
And yet you still like charged headlong with Dave into danger.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't think there'd be a random firebolt at his face.
Well,
Well, we were talking about traps earlier.
And
clearly high.
then you see these 2 sort of like streaks of fire. The attacks that you saw that hit Dave are coming out of arrow slit holes up amongst the walls around this temple.
I think it was lightning.
And you just see these like, and the first couple missed Dave, and then another 2 coming out of another one of these little arrow slit holes. There's like miss, and then the second one hits him, and he basically like burns up and like burns from the inside and then disappears.
Does he do it laughing?
Can
Going,
I s-
you're going to need to sacrifice a limb while...
No.
doing that?"
No, he doesn't. He just goes, boys. That's it.
And then you see two shots coming out from one off on the left hand off on your left hand side that basically come streaking towards you,
To me,
you quite nimbly nip
Not
out of the road.
large.
I got out of the way. Oh,
Full
nimbly
armor
pimbly.
paladin.
Nimbly pimbly. Okay. No.
Can I see inside the arrow slits at all?
From this angle, probably not.
I can't even see like a tiny bit of the wall.
They're arrow slits, and you're at an angle. There's a reason why you can't sort of just look straight in the other side of an arrow slit.
Yeah,
That's
they're
that's
kind of-
that's what they're built for.
Yeah, they kind of...
This is actually a fairly clever design choice from these
Mm.
murderers.
Is there anything at all I can
Murder
see
murderers.
that I can
Alright.
target?
So
Not
you-
necessarily the enemies that are firing at us, but like anything near the enemies.
Okay. What you can give me.
Apparently, you could center a spell on a location, perhaps on the other side.
What's
of
your
the
No,
map.
what's your
I'm not doing that.
what's your
I'm doing
passive
something else.
what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, you can just from behind those fire the arrow slits, you can sort of see this glow of like this. It seems to flicker like fire, but it's green.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's a
So you're
green
trying to
flame.
come.
It's like green fire.
Green flame. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
So from that point,
The
I
new
can
new Penny Arcade ones, Acquisition Incorporated.
What do you mean new? They've been doing it for years.
Oh, well, there's 2 new episodes got released
Oh, okay.
like last week.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen them yet.
from that point I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to look at my ring, draw a circle on the ground with blood that pours out from it, and an otiug spawns where that fire is.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what does what?
I'll laugh if
Who
they're
does-
like
who
really
does-
low
who
level
does which?
things that we're fighting and you're just like really over.
I actually didn't get that. What happens?
I made a circle of blood around me.
Yeah.
There is now a giant aberration where the arrow slits are.
Like on the far side of the arrow slit, like in the room.
Yeah,
where
in the
arrow slit-
room. In the room where I can, like, the point I can see.
What spell are you casting?
I'm casting Summon Greater Aberration. Which, for those at home, it's a
I
modified
love
version
the
of Summon
room's
Greater.
really small. Like, how tall is this thing?
It's large.
I don't know. I guess.
It acts on its own initiative.
Okay, roll me an initiative.
It doesn't like
You
it.
could just use Dave's.
It does not like us.
How the fuck do I add another thing to this thing?
I
Editing
need to find
cover.
the stat block for Otiug. So that was 11 plus whatever.
Just use Dave's old initiative.
No.
Shady bitch.
I can't use Dave's initiative for it. Okay, so. Yep, just 11.
Just 11.
Yep.
Which 11 puts you in.
How far away are these?
What was your roll on initiative, Rin?
15.
15. Alright, drops you in there. Sweet. Okay, so that's happened. You hear this roar? No.
A gurgling roar.
Gurgling sort of sound.
And
That
probably
was,
some screams.
that was
from
pretty
some elves.
amazing.
As I'm going to go get a lozenge.
Well, whatever the fuck they are. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to put Dave in as the Ultigog.
What did he roll?
11.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Put him backwards.
Alright. Dave's not here now. Rin.
So, I have some questions.
Yes.
So in the big open room, there's like along the ceiling, there's these slits that the fireballs came out of.
Yep.
Is there any? Is it from where we are?
Mhm.
Does it look like there's any space along those sides to get in there aside from the murder holes themselves, like an opening at the end or something like that?
Looking at it, they probably would be on the same level as what you guys are standing on the balcony. Like rooms off to the side,
Yep.
they'll be at like a standing position, but if you're going to access them, there could be access points
From a separate room.
from a separate room.
And does the murder holes look remotely like a nimble Eladrin could slip through?
Why do you ask?
Because I'm
Oh, because you can fly.
Because I can fly like Peter fucking Pan.
Then what happened?
Then
Then he has to believe in. Otherwise, the fairy will die.
yeah, we clap. Everybody has to clap.
How far away were these holes again?
Is there a joke to be had in "We Will Rock You"? Dun dun. And the fairy died anyway.
You're looking about 20,
That's not-
20 25 feet away.
That's pretty bad.
Too soon?
Yeah.
I think it's something.
Oh, I get it now.
It's terrible.
Because he's.
I wasn't expecting
Fairy
that bad a joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay, the
workshop
arrow
that,
slits are
what's his name?
approximately
Okay.
5 to 6 inches wide, 4 feet
Guy who
tall,
sang
1
with,
foot thick.
What was his
Oh,
name?
Freddie.
again? Yeah, Freddie Mercury.
So no, then.
Probably not. Really
Are you
thick
an
thin.
arrow? Probably not going to fly.
Sorry, how far away? I didn't hear that.
About 25 feet away is the closest.
Oh, okay. Is that all?
But if you wanted to try and attack it from the they're on your level, but they're below the stairs go down. So once you go down the stairs and actually at the same sort of position as them, they're a bit higher up again. You know what I mean?
Here's what I want to do.
Yeah, but it's more just that I can summon a sword to fight for me within 30 feet. So I can
yes.
just summon it where they are.
Do that.
Here's what I want to do.
Yep.
I'm gonna, as an action, cast fly
Yep.
on myself.
Yep.
And so the side that doesn't have the horrific
Sorry, 60
gurgling
feet
noise on it.
Which side did you cast it on as well? To your right or to your left?
Whichever side I could see the flames through, I don't know.
You can see, each of the murder holes that showed you can see a glow behind.
Oh, okay. Then probably to the left.
One side, right hand side is the side that did 2 shots towards the 2 volleys, and the left hand side is only did 1 volley.
Which one was the side that got Dave?
Right hand side.
Right hand side.
All right.
Whichever side doesn't have the OTF on
Left
it.
hand side. Yep.
Yes. I'm going to fly up and hug the wall, next to one of the murder holes.
Okay.
So they can't get a bead on me through the murder hole.
Well, except from the other side.
Except from the other side, but I imagine they
And
might be
imagine-
busy with a aberration right now.
They might be somewhat distracted.
So that's all I can do because it's an action to cast fly. So I'm flying up and I'm against the wall, sort of thing.
Solid plan.
All right. Next up, Ulrich.
Uh,
I like that.
okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, which is actually within 60 feet, sorry. And I'm just going to cast it for hopefully next to them. I can.
You're doing a similar trick to him of
Yeah,
trying to
pretty
drop
much.
it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'll do it on the other side.
I mean, there's the problem now that you can't see what you're attacking. You need to be able to see the thing that you're attacking.
But doesn't. Wait. Does
The-
it attack or do away, actually?
You attack with it.
You make the attack with it.
Oh, okay, and I have to see it.
Mm.
Well, it'll essentially be classified as like an invisible character.
You'd be swinging blindly at something behind a wall, essentially.
Yeah, basically you're trying to stab your spiritual weapon through the murder hole at the same time something comes through.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, well, then I won't do that. I'm going to activate my shield, And ready and action. Oh wait, I have to know what the action is, don't I? Ready a dodge or something?
That's just dodge.
Oh, okay.
You can take dodge as an action.
Then I'm going to dodge.
Okay.
But I'm gonna essentially I'm gonna try and stand at the front of everyone with my shield like in front. Well, it's by itself in front of me, and then ready to take on.
Tank whatever fire comes at us now.
Yeah.
Except I'm not there. I'm flying off somewhere else.
Yes.
This may have to be like a moving combat because right now we can't really get at whoever's attacking us. We may have to shift.
Yeah. Well, that's
I've
why
not just
I'm
put
gonna-
everyone in one room this time, where everyone just gets murdered. All right. Your summoned aberration, I think, is next.
Alright, so what can it see?
Giving up the game on this
I
one.
mean, here's,
Well, like,
here-
okay.
Okay, you could.
Well, actually, you control it. I just go attack, blah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it will attack. Okay, sweet. But
give-
it's essentially under your control currently, right?
kind of, yeah. It makes a charisma saving throw at the end of every turn to see if I relinquish control.
Okay.
but it's still an independent creature, essentially
Yes.
following your orders, but you're not like.
But you just say
It's not
like,
like you're familiar where you're directly controlling.
Yeah,
this
no.
character.
this is a case
like,
where
I tell-
your command is to kill everything that moves up there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kill everyone. Everyone.
Even the younglings.
Especially the younglings.
No, I think the sword can actually hit the creature
You got
that's
to-
within 5 feet of it, but I tell it to move, and I wouldn't know which direction for it to move to be within 5
You
feet.
still make an attack roll with it though. It's
Yeah.
a weapon
No, but
that you're
it's
attacking
its
with.
own attack roll.
No, it uses your modifier for its attack roll though.
Only my spellcasting.
Yeah, but it's still.
That's
your
you
modifier.
doing it.
Yeah. So
You're summoning a magic weapon that you're fighting with.
yeah, do you have the stat block for the O2?
Yep, I got
Alright, cool. I was gonna say because I got it here as well.
All right. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? All right. Okay. 3 good hits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So the bite.
Get wrecked.
You got any cool scrying spells?
Do you want to watch this live on Discord? Watch my monster.
I mean, that's
Shit.
what's his name's probably doing right now.
I may have a thing. Some.
14.
What kind?
Which one's
Some
scrying?
tricks.
Which one's scrying again?
Scrying's divination.
Wizardy stuff, don't worry about
Yeah. It's kind of like scrying, but with less ice in front of it. More just crying.
it. Why you cast Cry?
I'm pretty sure that is a Pokemon move.
From what you can hear, you just sort of hear like this slapping sounds of like the tentacles and this vicious like gurgling bite, and you, yeah, something like that. And you sort of this is flare up of that green. From what you guys want to see from the ground floor is this like massive flare up of that green that green glow flame.
So there's probably this epic battle going on in another room which you can't see.
And the next up is your friend, everyone's friend.
The other mage.
Yes.
He's not my friend.
He's our friend.
Hopefully
He thinks he's your friend though,
hopefully
which
his
is
action
like
is
super
to turn
awkward.
off the statue. He's like, hey guys, it's just a button over here. Like all the automatic defenses, you just turn them off with this button.
Oh, should
I
probably
did
mention-
fucking ask him about that, but like apparently that was between seconds.
Yeah.
What was that?
I did ask him about the statues and
Yeah,
if
we
this
did.
was his shit.
Talking's a free action.
Talking is a free action. Apparently.
Answering's not though, apparently.
So do that then.
I did that. I said it twice.
Answer him. Jesus.
Fucking rude elf.
Sorry.
Giant iron and how many person?
He's like that statue is of our original, but that there's something off about the face. That's not.
The Strad came in with
That's-
some carpenters and redecorated. I can see him doing that.
You was asking about the big statue, or you asking about the little ones, or
Just in general, really.
Just in
And then shit kicked off, so.
Like I
We're
said,
not really
it reminds
having
me
it.
of Mother.
Sorry?
Like I said, it reminds me of Mother.
weird. Okay.
Just weird.
you see him sort of explaining that, and then he passes like a hand over his eyes, and his eyes sort of like glow a little bit as he's
Now in demon's form.
No. He's using detect magic
Really?
to try and work out what the fuck is going on. And then this goes, down there, it's a darkness spell cast in an area.
No, wait, so I can see through that.
You can see through darkness?
Yeah.
Can you see through this like this is magical darkness?
Yeah.
You did
Oh,
say
you
that
can
earlier.
Yeah. I
He's
said
got
earlier,
the thing.
my magic demon eyes give me, like, I can see through darkness.
He's got that wall of thing that I don't have on Leland.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, sorry, I missed
It's a
it.
pleasant face. It's a guy going.
There's just a guy there waiting with a firebolt for us to come near. Fucking really? So Dave would still be alive if I'd known that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
He wasn't killed by that.
No,
He got hit by the firebolt for most of the damage.
Yeah, he kind of did, which he would have seen.
what you could see now that you would actually be looking for it is the
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
You can see the shape of the face. It is like an elven sort of face shape, but now that you're sort of looking for it, since attacks have come out of it, the eyes are hollow, and you can see just inside it's like someone is like peering out.
Yeah, to be
Do
fair,
they
like,
look human or elven or what?
It's 60 feet across the thing.
yeah, it's a bit of a distance. Like,
Okay.
what's your perception?
120 feet is like as far as I can see through dark vision.
Clearly,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're
wow.
not Superman.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he is.
You can't read a newspaper from a mile away.
True.
You could.
That would be great. Except who
Wouldn't
reads
have to buy
newspapers?
newspapers.
Got the internet.
Weirdly enough, the ABC gets newspapers delivered.
That is weird.
Let's talk about it some more.
Like you guys are the news.
Okay. On the fast. Okay. So that's that one done. Okay.
Oh my god, fucking up your initiative roll sucks. It's been 40 fucking minutes.
There's gonna be a turns like
No!
You can probably see this a little bit more from your point of advantage now. You can just see like looking across the far little holes. You see these like flashes of like similar sort of attacks that were happening before, but you can just see them flash past a couple of the non-glowing murder holes, and sounding like they're hitting into the sides, or basically there are shots going back at the Otyog, but they all
I don't even know what an OTF looks like.
I've
Look
got a
right.
picture. It's
why you? Sorry about this.
Hey, it's your turn.
It was a long time to get to you.
You got a move action?
There are some components here.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to spend 20 minutes thinking about what I want to do. So.
Yeah, you won't even do
Sit
it.
there and fucking wait for me.
Don't be shitty.
I should summon some more monsters so
fine.
you don't get a turn.
Dude, I fucked up my initiative roll. That one's on me. Okay, so 2 questions. Firstly, has anyone been able to peer inside the motor holes and see anything so far?
No.
No? There's fire coming out, and that's pretty much all we know.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been any. Someone said something about like there just being a battle going on. So far, everything that has been like a spell being cast
I
has
realized
been
this.
at us. Yeah.
It's did I say I was like doing the thing in the right hand side? No, I didn't say actually.
Sorry, what? Use your words.
Like,
That sentence did not contain
Did
information.
I say I was summoning the thing?
Yeah, you see you did that.
Did I say it to them?
Oh,
I mean,
Okay.
Did you? You get
Yeah.
to decide.
Well, like I don't remember.
Talking is a free action, so
you did a circle and made of blood, and then like the roar appeared. We probably assumed that you'd summoned something.
Fair enough.
magic exists in the world. It's
Yeah.
not going to be like, holy shit, the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
So that's left hand side,
Right.
Right.
right hand
I
side.
have conjured an ally.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
So that is all right. So that is
Mitch
right hand
make
side,
bad noise.
which means you are left hand
left-hand
side. Okay.
I'm trying to make myself as big a target as possible in front
And,
of all of you.
Just flipping everyone off.
Yeah, just
like,
be- yeah,
fucking
like,
come at me.
And
Yeah.
Casimir is basically gone like that void over there. That's,
Yep.
that's magical darkness.
Okay. So the murder holes on the left-hand side are from the first one to the last one. Like, how long we talking here? Like, how long is the room, essentially?
Yeah.
How many squares? How many murder holes? And
The 3 murder holes are about 5 foot apart each.
Okay.
They're about 50. If you go like straight forward, they're 15 foot.
that's fine. That's all I need. They're suddenly bricked up, and Wai walks away.
What did you just do? What was that?
I cast magic brick.
And threw a brick at it.
within your line of sight. Bricks happen.
That's the whole
That's
spell.
it. It's the whole spell. Yeah.
Which-
Not really a lot of flavor in that one.
Which
Strangely.
side did you do that on?
The side you're
That's
on.
going to be the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's gonna have to be on the side. I'm fucking sorry.
Which, like,
If only you could like move quickly. If only you had the ability as like what is your thing, by the way?
sorry,
The thing
That I
that you
summoned?
yeah.
an O2.
Everyone seems to be banding that around like we know what it is.
Okay, so it's an aberration. It's got like 3 legs and 2 tentacles and another tentacle that just has eyes. And it's got a giant fucking mouth. It's an aberration that is
Giant
just
fucking mouth.
yeah. It's a fucking monster from the beyond that I've just summoned into that side.
How it goes away is
Maybe
another
brick
part
up
of the
the
story.
side.
Nature
That's the
check.
Maybe
There is no nature to
maybe brick up the side that has the fucking monster in it.
If you would like to know more about my creation, I can tell you.
I gotta pick a side. Like, how quickly can it move?
It's not going to be able to bust through the fucking wall, and it's not going to be able to bust through a fucking arrow slit.
Okay, it's not going to be able to bust through a wall because the thing you described sounds very much like it can bust through a wall.
It's also not a wall. I am casting major illusion to brick up essentially the
It has
the
-2
slots.
intelligence.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's more a case of like, are you controlling it?
Kind of.
Okay. If I brick up like one side of the murder slots, then whoever is on that side doesn't really have a lot to do.
Fair enough.
So like pile on the other side. So between you guys, communicatively,
I can try. I can't guarantee.
you're quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just going to be a shit about it.
No, it's look. We are
Bricks
not,
happen, and
we are
why
not
you walk
coordinating this
quickly.
fight at all.
Don't you still have a perception roll against illusion, or would you have to know that?
Not for major illusion. It
Okay.
is like ostensibly real, and they can use their action to perform an intelligence check against it. But it's not one of those. It's not minor illusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
This is like the proper one.
Yeah. Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, the murder holes are bricked up on the left hand side, and Wai's like, "You guys got this. You guys got this, right? Okay, cool." And walks towards the open set of armor doors
We have
on the
this.
right hand side,
Okay.
Ooh. And promptly explodes. Did you make a noise just then?
Yeah, so you walking through the doors or just stepping out?
No, I don't. No, I get as far as those. I want to see if there is a way to access where the fireballs are coming from through that set of doors. So as far as like getting to the doors and peering around.
Okay, roll me a perception.
No. No? My passive is probably going to be better than
Because if
that.
you're doing just the peering, that's you sort of poking your head through the gap and having a little look.
Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception is going to be my passive 10.
Your passive is okay. So you're looking into. You've got a. You're peering into a room that's got a. Oh no. This room is
Something
featureless
good.
except for a rough-edged, 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east, and an empty torch sconces along the wall. I was saying, oh no, because it's sconces.
Yes.
Double doors of
Hey, don't blow through. Tell me about Wisconsin.
I need
Double
to
doors.
finish.
We need to wind up soonish as well. So, double doors of amber stand to the north and west. A single closed door lies to the south of the western set of double doors.
You're gonna have to open every fucking door in this place.
But
fucking amber doors?
They're open at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
before we couldn't find any, now we can just find
but
them all.
There's too many.
Yeah.
All right. So back up the top, we've got some bunch of dice rolls here.
And nothing that appears to be dangerous or
You can.
a hole
You can
and doors.
as you're sort of looking, you've walked along. You're looking in. You're peering in on this. The open doors that are off to your right look like they lead onto a longer. You walked along here. You're peering into this room. It's got a little bit more going around there.
Yeah.
You can see it's another set of doors there that's open. That
Right.
open
Okay.
up into a longer hall.
Okay. All right. I'm putting one and one together and okay.
All right.
Still getting one.
He's intelligent. He's not smart.
All right. There is some more fight going on between the Altiog and the other stuff.
My good boy.
Okay. No, you're up.
I shouldn't really have much to do now.
Actually, from your position as well, Rin, you can hear sort of at the murder hole. You sort of hear this sort of exacerbated sort of screeching sort of sound, and then you hear the sound of like a torch moving, like you just hear the, and you hear the sort of sound like drifting past the murder hole you're sitting next to, and then you can hear it moving past the next one that's over beside you, and that's what you hear from there.
I think telepathically, I'm just going to talk to M. I'm just going to say, is it a... Did you just illusion those bricks? And just give me a nod?
New phone. Who dis?
You know the voice.
Yeah. Okay. You're talking in your regular voice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's an illusion.
Yeah, like you just give me a nod so like the elves don't hear. I telepathically tell that to Rin, and then just take the dodge action.
Okay, good call. Rin.
It doesn't matter, because I can't bust through them because it will reveal any illusion anyway. What can I see through the murder holes across from me? Is there anybody at the murder holes across from me?
Okay, give me a perception.
22.
22. During the whole sort of fight that's going on up there between whatever the fuck that is, you can see like this, again you see the zots of like fire, and then you see one, it looks like Ghost Rider's head.
Cool.
It is a flaming skull, just wreathed in green flame. And it moves past one of the murder holes, and you sort of get a good look at it as it sort of goes past, and then but you see it sort of, its lower jaw sort of flashes open, and two more bolts of this fiery attack go across.
But can I see like the OTL doing shit on the other side there?
Again, sort of seeing that whole attack, every now and then you sort of see this flailing sort of massive like fleshy tentacle.
Okay. Here's my other question. Is there any indication that if I were to fly over to the faceless void thing statue, am I going to be able to do anything there, or is the darkness meaning that I'm not going to be able to see shit?
I don't know if you're going to be able to see through it.
I'm just wondering if I know something's there. Can I go over there and just start swinging with disadvantage on something?
Yeah. It's going in blind. Yeah.
Cool. That's what I'm thinking. I'll scoot over to that and just try and. It was like you said that it was like something was shooting through the eye holes of a statue. I'm picturing going over there and just trying to peg the staff through the eye holes, sort of thing.
Yep.
That was what I was going to do with the murder holes that I was up against, but that's gone now. So that's what I'm sort of thinking. I'll fly over there and I'll, I guess, attack with disadvantage on that.
Okay. As you sort of float over, all of a sudden like another little like shot of fire like comes flying out, but just like straight past your head.
Cool.
So I rolled fucking crap.
All right. So just attacking with the staff.
Yep.
So 9 and 1. I rolled a 1.
That first strike, you sort of just like poke the thing there, and you just hear like a heavy hit where it like hits stonework, but it's not solid. You hear like the sound of like it's like the head and the shape the whole head area is hollow.
Talk. I'll try again.
Yep.
18. 8. So 18.
Okay. Roll damage.
He hits the things even though he can't seize them.
It's all about balance.
When do you get all that sense?
I don't know. 10.
10?
Yeah.
Right. So you hear this sound as like oof, and the sort of recoil. You hear someone sort of scrambling back.
I'm sort of picturing it being.
And then the dark orb around you just
Oh, neat.
because that was a concentration spell.
Yeah. So what do I see now?
Okay, you see this like elven-looking face. You can see the area where you hit your stuff the first time, and it's like cracked and a little bit, and it's, a couple of little fragments of rock have fallen out near the eye. And you see like the two eyes, and it's a 40-foot statue, so the eyes are like a decent size. Peering inside, you see this dark area inside the head, and you see
A thing.
like a kind of looks like a wolf wearing robes.
Like on all fours?
Sorry?
Like on all fours?
No.
Like a standing.
Oh, so they're fairies.
So we're fighting Nicolas Cage and we're fighting werewolves in robes.
Yeah.
Okay.
in London.
In London.
Okay, just through the eyes of this statue, can I go through them? Is it big enough for me to like?
You could squeeze your way through it.
Because what I was thinking of like plunging the staff through there.
Yep.
And now I'm like, well, I can punch now. So, can I punch this guy?
Sure can.
Cool. I'm gonna flurry of blows and punch this robed wolf. Robed wolf.
Rabid wolf.
Did you get 3 attacks?
I've got 2
flurry of
attacks, and then I can flurry of blows for 2 more.
Monks.
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 So first hit, that's 26.
Yep.
And then it is 8 damage. And then the second one is less than that. That's 14.
That misses.
Okay. So I'm just up in this wizard's face. This wolf wizard. Where wolf wizard? Where wizard? Wolf.
Ulrich.
How far?
Wolfzard.
So I can now
There we
see.
go. You got her at the end.
I can now see the head of this
Yep.
statue.
Everyone see that now that that's all sort of faded.
And it has 2 people in it, or just the one guy?
Well, they got Rin flying in front of the face, punching through at someone that's inside the head.
Okay, and how far away
I'm
is that?
punching the face of a giant statue.
About 50 feet away from where you are currently.
Holding my stuff.
Okay, and I can
Floating
see
on
the
the
creature.
From your angle, probably not, because he's reaching through the eye hole, punching at it.
Because I'm wondering if I should just throw a spear at the eye hole.
Do it.
You have to do it with disadvantage.
Why?
Because we've got like a shit range.
No, the range is fine. It's the fact that I can't see them.
I don't think the range is fine either, because I think
This says 60 feet.
It's 20, 60. So 20 without disadvantage, 60 with disadvantage.
Ah, okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's less good.
Okay, it's out of range of my
couple of reasons why you'll have disadvantage.
out of range of my lightning.
What happens when the Otto's got nothing left to do?
It just keeps on rampaging unless
Does
I
it
tell
have
it
an end
to.
time?
It
and then
lasts for an hour
And then disappears, or
Can you
yeah.
tell it to?
and then disappears. If I stop concentrating on the spell, it continues for 1d6 plus 1 rounds, which is why I'm taking dodge action. And if it breaks out of my control, it keeps going for the full hour.
Wait. So I.
I mean,
Oh, but I
that's-
still
that's
can't.
not
I
gonna
can't
get
see
to
this
us
guy at all.
physically.
Like it. Okay. So
you
spirit.
got a monk in the road.
Then
Which is
there's
fine,
not
because the
really
monk is
much
punching the dude.
I can do.
You can go outside and there's the assistant Otiog.
What challenge rating is it?
5. You don't really want to be in the same room as it.
Yeah.
Like, really, it's not a good idea to be near it.
I could go around the other side again. I'm going to try and go around the other side. Fuck it. The one-
Ulbrich don't tries to pet the Otiog. Don't do what Ulbrich don't does.
So yeah, the side that's bricked up is the one without the creature. It was the left-hand side. I think.
That was the left-hand side.
Yeah. So I just try and go around that side, I guess.
So you go around that side there, sort of shoulder charge through one of these are the closed doors.
Yeah. Because I'm not caring about traps at all. I'm just gonna
No, that's fine. This is also mid-fight, so
I may
Are
also.
you going-
And
Are
you
going-
may find a sword.
I may
We were
also
promised a sword.
charge Shield of Faith probably, as a bonus action, to give me 2 extra AC.
Oh dear.
Just a question. Is how this fight going is that we are all scattering into different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only people who are actually together at the moment is me and Casimir. I'm not sure what Casimir is doing next.
Okay.
We got this.
You shoulder charge through this set of amber doors and are greeted by the sight of.
Something good.
100 vampires.
You see a room with like 6 bedrolls made of stitched animal furs on the floor. You can feel like a big sort of rush of like cold air coming through. And there are torches and sconces around the room.
Give me some more. I need to finish.
And
I didn't say a fucking thing, bro. I want to note for the record. I didn't say a fucking
I didn't
word.
say anything.
it's this one here. This part of this is full of sconces.
Ensconced with sconces.
You are also greeted with the sight of
That counts.
6
worth it.
sort of ready to go bulky humans and a large wolf.
What up? I attack one of them. How close are they? Because I've done my movement.
This fight got bigger.
Oh god.
It was always going to.
Yeah,
So,
you can get a range of one.
Yeah. I'm just going to attack one of them. Like, if I've barreled through the door, I continue barreling into someone, essentially.
Sure.
I'm going to, I've already used my bonus action to give me slightly more AC.
Yep. So what we'll do is do a athletics.
Oh, really? I'm a little bit good at that.
Sorry.
So what? Is it opposed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I just need to.
What we'll do is we'll finish out this round, and then I'll take sort of a screenshot of what's going on here because this is going to go on for a little while now.
Yeah, I suspect. But I get to attack a whole group of people with none of you guys taking all the kills. So
You're definitely going to get to do that because no one is helping you.
yeah, I get to 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, you basically barrel into one of them like shoulder charge, and this guy here is just like knocked back 10 feet and knocked prone.
I say what up again.
Nice.
I assume that's my action really.
That is,
so,
yeah. Altiog. From your position where you're peering around the corner, you see this large flare of that green flame, like it lights up the whole hallway, and you see like the glow coming through the door that you can see, and then just fade down. There's still a little bit of glow going, but it looks like one of those flame skulls has been taken out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh dear.
What is our friend going to do?
Seek and destroy. Find anything that isn't party members to kill.
Not you. I'm
Oh.
talking about
Other friend.
Our other friend?
yeah,
Casimir.
Casimir.
Oh, actual friend.
Yeah, actual real friend.
Acquaintance.
Real actual friend.
Servant.
Guy we know from work.
He's a servant, basically, according to Rin.
Wouldn't say that.
He's been pretty fucking useful so far.
Casting fucking Cone of Cold.
Yeah, can't do that again.
That was ludicrously powerful.
Yeah. You only have one slot for that.
It's a good slot. As far as slots go.
Okay.
It's so hateful when you say it.
Fucking slots.
He sort of turns and sees, like, because of the big crash of the door opening up, and he turns and sees, like, you've charged into that room, and there's more things in there. And he just, like, turns like this, and, like, and casts Fireball into the room.
Okay. I get to use my shield to help me with dex rolls.
Neat.
Yep.
He's a wizard.
So it's a dex saving throw.
Yep. I'm going to add these things into the thing.
What's the DC?
I believe it was 16.
I get to 17.
You're going to take half.
And you take even less because of your shield.
Oh yeah, my shield actually means I take it down to 0 because it's as if I've got
Cover.
the thing. Yeah, the
Your feet makes it so that you take less damage on dex saves.
yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so I take nothing.
And
Yeah. Do you have fireball?
Yeah. Wait, fireball or fireball? I forget.
Fireball.
I don't think I do. Not fireball.
Because one of the reasons I took that feat was just so if any dex things, because I'm trying to build this tank who can just sit in the middle and go, oh okay, you've cast this thing, I use my shield to take no damage.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. You get in the middle of it. You're not worried about some splash damage from the party.
Except I'm using Constitution saving throws instead of dex throws.
Yeah, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I also have a cool thing for dex throws, so it hasn't really come up.
Yeah.
okay, so you've taken nothing essentially, have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
my shield takes the whole thing.
Alright. The rest of them take a bunch of damage.
I am seriously considering multi-classing into wizard just for spell shaping because it's fucking good.
So they've been fired this round. I'm probably lightning them next round.
Sounds good. They were all sort of all shocked about what happened here, so they're not going to be rolling in this round anyway. What you see now is the guy that's that you've been stabbing at.
Punching.
Yeah, punching. He's sort of carrying back and then sort of tries to lunge at you and tries to bite at your wrist like the full wolf.
No.
He might have rabies. Let's get a tetanus shot.
Oh,
Probably has rabies.
that's definitely not a hit. Wait.
All right. So from that corridor,
Mhm.
how much of the fire spitting thing? I want to disable that. I want to take that out.
Okay. You can move further around and actually look through. Move into into that room there, and then look into the further hallway. And without no perception roll or anything needed, you basically see a flame skull and a fucking tentacle monster full of teeth and asshole.
Pretty much.
Good. In sort of locked in combat, you see these like the smoking remains of like this shattered, like burnt out skull sitting on the ground as well.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. So I am of the opinion that throwing enough damage at one of these things will take it
Or all
out.
of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else as far as
That's
this
what you can see there at the
mechanism
moment.
is concerned? There's not like a clever way of no.
There's a lot going on with this fight. I don't think I want to add any more complications.
That's totally.
It's just-
Yeah, what we don't
it's just
know
got
is
slightly worse.
there's like 2 other rooms with like entire groups of extra people in them as well.
Oh yeah, because it's like the room on the left that we can't get into, and there's the room that you're in.
There's a whole lot of rooms. This is a temple.
There's a lot of rooms.
Yeah, I assume half of this place is just filled with people.
And
Like for an abandoned place, it's just filled with like random mobs. That
But
we don't have to kill.
I can cast the summon spell twice more, so I should just like, get them all to come into one room, just like cast it, lose concentration, cast it again, lose concentration, cast it again. And just watch the fireworks.
Blood.
No, I don't need the blood for the spell. The blood for the spell is just so I don't get attacked.
Magic missile as a second level spell, so four darts.
Nice.
Is 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3.
So 13.
Sure.
Yes. It's good.
It is still kicking though. Sorry.
What will become of our heroes? Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, with the next episode, we'll be picking up with straight back into this fight, which is probably going to take a little while.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming. And if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.